hit the button.
All right, we're going. Hello, welcome back. After 10,000 years, we're finally free. It's time for Star Wars Clone Wars again.
Yay.
I want to remind everybody, because I always forget to do this for APs, that this episode is technically brought to you by our patrons like Adam DeHarpocket, Comics Psychos, Maker, Tank, Buster G, Carlos Dragonfirst, Jerry Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boston, Liam Kessler, Regent Rufford, Robin Sharp, Shiny P, some guy named Bob, 723, and Vern the Crow. If you like what we do, must do more, consider supporting on Patreon. Okay, Star Wars.
I ate one too many burgers. The carbs. They make me sleepy.
Destiny, you can see
if I
personnel
break
on
out,
screen.
if I break out laughing, that's because while listening to you guys, I'm going to be hearing a clone just shout out, "Watch out for that super!" I swear, I'm going to hear that.
Probably.
No!
So, we have several funny things probably happening in the background, but one of them is earlier to get everybody in the mood. I pulled up 1 hour of relaxing Clone Wars battle sounds for studying, meditating, and thinking. I knew that. The moment Lucky shouted no, I knew what happened.
Yeah, same. What else could it be?
Lucky will continue trying to get into Final Fantasy XIV while we play the game.
Let him in.
Let me
in.
He may or may not be able to play Final Fantasy XIV while we play the game.
Yeah.
He'll probably at least
It'll say he's playing 14, but he can't.
We'll see what happens.
I'll keep you all updated.
Well,
There you go. That's our first running subplot.
I will clap for you.
yeah,
It'll
so
just
I
end
pulled
with
up,
"I'm in."
I pulled up some battle sounds because I was trying to be on task. So that's very funny. I love how I'm sure it's for SEO because it popped to the top of my search, but like it's so funny that that's what this person titled this track. But yes, we are here for the space war, space fight,
Space battle.
Star War.
Yeah.
Heavenly conflict.
So, that's one way to. Yeah. So I brought this up off mic, but I just want to, double check with you guys. Like, how much recap do we need? Because it's been like 5 weeks.
We dealt with the dinner party.
Yes, you finished your dinner party. There was several big speeches were made, and there were some high-level plans done. And you guys had a couple of in-game weeks of downtime. Everybody should be fully healed of their wounds, injuries, clear your strain, all that kind of stuff.
I should have an extra wound, I think, because of
Clear it.
duty.
No, you should. Duty was rolled, so everybody goes up.
I'm at threshold. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody's wound threshold goes up one.
Wevu got some serious injury.
Yeah.
Yes. If you guys have crits that haven't been resolved, we can take care of that.
Oh,
but I
the
think we did
crit?
that last time.
Yeah, the crit got resolved by the doctors.
Yeah, so I think we should have taken a chance to roll and clear all your critical hits, all that stuff. If you guys wanted to do any additional buying or crafting, we can always backfill that in through downtime. But basically, how far back in my notes do you want me to go? Do you want to go all the way back to what's the second continent like, to like what are the targets, or do you guys remember enough about the targets and your two-pronged assault we can just move on to like the general outline we have so far?
Okay,
well, I remember
the Kalrathi supply base, which is on the coast, some
Operation
sea
Short
caves, Operation Short Sail. Then there's the dam mission, dealing with the big dam, and then there's the Hidden Valley Air Base, which we don't know where it is yet.
Yep. Jardian Valley Dam, Operation Broken River. Because just calling them the sea base mission and the dam mission got very repetitive in my notes.
Yeah.
So we came up with code words.
Yeah.
The damn mission.
The dam is Operation Broken River, and the sea base is Operation Short Sail. Not as in like ocean sail, but as in like everything must go. Flyby.
Ocean Man.
Okay.
Have we used Ocean Man yet?
I don't think so.
We've used several, because there have been several aquatic missions. We've used several of those. But yeah, so like, I don't know. What do you guys want the refresh on, if anything?
I'm fine. Like I said, this operation's been living in my head rent free this entire time. So
I'm thinking of, let's see, the dam. I know like the aerial base, then the supply base.
It is such a vast.
My memory of like the specifics of the content are fuzzy, but it's probably refreshed as we go along anyway.
Well,
so
you don't have the specifics.
yeah, so
I think that may actually be it. You think you don't remember things that you don't know yet, actually.
probably
Because
it's been
we
about-
did technically leave off before, and this is in my notes as the recon phase. We left off before anybody in the actual group put eyeballs on the targets.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are fine
Okay.
details that you do not know. You just know the rough idea. There was a lot of spitballing, but ultimately, what I wrote several weeks ago over the course of several weeks, so what we will be doing is that you are planning a two-pronged attack, basically roughly simultaneously. We'll see how well that works out. One group, aka most of the player characters, will be engaging in a aerial bombing mission to blow up the Jarjan Valley Dam, which is a hydroelectric dam, which is also fucking up the local ecosystem and blocking up one of your water routes, which is a major land route you need. So you're going to just blow it the fuck up, get it out of the way. And also, simultaneously, Aramaa and God knows how many clones will be attacking Kalrathi supply base with a boots-on-water invasion to take the base. And that is your rough outline of plan.
Yes.
So, if you guys have no further downtimification, we can go to recon.
Recon.
Right. Downfication.
I don't think I have anything. 'Cause I'd actually go look at my sheet again in a bit, but probably nothing important.
Only thing is, wasn't there supposed to be some sort of cyber thing I was supposed to try to get?
You may have wanted to try and craft a cybernetic to replace your lost point. Yes.
Yeah.
You lost the agility point.
Also, all right. Ooh,
That was a little,
I need to get my mind here a bit.
It has been 5 weeks.
It's been one week she's looked at me.
Because
This is why usually, just before I run games, you will look at my YouTube history and see loads of music. Really try to get myself in the right headspace. But like I said, we can backfill anything as we go around because you guys have announced you're doing an offensive but haven't made any moves yet. So at the moment in these early stages, you don't have to worry about any like specific countermeasures or counterattacks. You guys are just minding your own business. As we get into it a little bit and as you poke the bear some more, you may have to worry about alerting the enemy or whatever. Oof.
wow.
But there's still some opportunities to get some stuff done. So you guys, there's transition time between the two continents. So obviously you have, excuse me, you have a little bit of back and forth. But all right, so recon. So a couple ways you can do this. You guys can mosey on over the ocean yourselves and actually eyeball the target or targets. And this is, you can do either or you guys can send a team for aerial recon. If you send a team, I will roll dice for and they will report back. But, if you guys go personally, you have to actually go out there, eyeball things, roll skill dice yourself, figure things out.
I think, considering what's at stake and what we're doing, Camo would like to actually lead a team to go scout out something. Or I guess if like humans, other arcs could do that and then come back. It could be done in tandem with the aerial report if needed.
No.
Either or.
No redundancy.
Okay.
Take your pick. Do you want to look at it, or do you want to send somebody to look at it? These are going to take
would
you
like to
multiple
look at it.
hours. You should not be killing time.
I would like to look at it. I just think about it like
Okay. Which one do you want to look at first? If you want to look at either, actually.
I want to look at both, but I guess the first one would probably be, I guess, the supply base, because that's a whole mass combat going to happen, so probably at least some layout more helpful for that whole operation.
All right. Anybody else gonna go with Camo?
Nope, I'm not.
That sounds like a no. Okay. Well, assemble any gear you want to, and Camo, I need you to make me a hard perception check.
All right, let's see. Been a bit, so I'll just look at what I have again.
I assume you have some kind of long-range viewing device.
I have a lot of scopes and sights and binoculars.
It's good because you really don't want to have to roll perception from right there,
No, yeah.
from
Let's go
eyeball
knock on the
range.
door. Excuse me. Inspection.
Land shark.
Let's see. I know I had like something.
So yeah, I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but since sea-based, that probably means that that Camo and maybe a couple of the other arcs go out in the equivalent of like a Zodiac inflatable, and in their stealth gear and go eyeball the target.
Yeah. I had binocs here earlier. Just where are they?
I don't know if you have electro binoc.
Right,
Well,
right.
I believe last time we had a shopping trip, you bought. Well, maybe technically the one before last. Anyway, you bought a very fancy scope recently, or a couple of scopes.
I have, yes. I have multi-optic, the sonic, and the night vision. The sonic gives actually 2 perception, so I might as well use the multi-optic, so I might as well just look through my rifle, actually, that scope on it.
Yeah, that's one way to do recon. You can pull it off the rifle and look through it like a monocular if you want, or you can be that guy and you can sit on the boat with your gun out, just
No, I could probably just take it off because
look
it
about
probably,
the ocean. Hum
I
Ocean
think it's
Man
like,
to yourself.
I wonder if it's like those more like oval shaped ones that have like, so you could use both eyes on it or something. I'm not sure, but that's how I'm imaging it. Like, that's those binoculars to like the helmet. Anyway, perception check. Right.
Yes.
All right. So in this case, I have the 2 skill mods from the
There are no
scope, so-
picture. Excite.
Hard.
Yep, hard 3.
All right. Damn.
You've done pretty good. All right, so short sail. You're detaching your scope and looking around, flicking through visions. So, you have a pretty decent result. So the Kalrathi Cove is about what you'd expect. It is a wide semicircular cove. It slowly descends into the ocean with rocky shoals and shallow beaches at the far rim. Repulsor craft and shallow boats can cross through the wider shoals, but you can only get deep-keeled vessels and submersibles through a narrow channel into the wider bay. So there is actually a channel marked. You can see it. You shoals and stuff.
Mhm.
You observe the cliff face on the top. You notice that not only are there murder holes cut into the cliff face and armed with repeating blasters and mortar troops, at the top of the cliff face you count an entire company of hailfire tanks, basically as a mobile missile battery. So anybody assaulting the position will have to deal with heavy anti-air and anti-DC defenses.
We got one marking down the head count of everything they see, and then one marking the positioning of everything they see. So we'll go from there.
Your main entrances into the cave is they've basically expanded several natural sea caves that were worn in. They are well lit, reinforced with large loading docks. You're peering into them, you're zooming in. You're not exactly sure, but you think those are likely guarded by additional automated defenses in addition to crews of B-1 droids on foot. You see, infantry. There are also several foot-sized entrances at sea level on the shallow beaches or the upper tiers accessed via stone-cut steps. They're only large enough for infantry. So you want to actually, park boats or vehicles, you got to pull into these large caves which are going to be heavily defended. But if infantry just get boots on the ground, they can infiltrate via doors and stairs.
Means that if it gets crowded enough, it means we can have infantry just kind of move up separately.
And you also spot an additional note. Rolled very well. In addition to head counting B1 and B2 battle droids, the normal variety, and who do engage in standing guard duty. You also notice a large portion of aqua droids who appear to be engaging in the equivalent of foot patrols, so actually patrolling the beaches and going into the water, and could also hypothetically be used to launch a counteroffensive from the sea cave on any attacking force, because they've got amphibious...
Right, which means that if you're doing a boat-side attack, it means that there will need to be at least some water-based internal defenses for us. All right.
And that's what you got.
Okay.
You rolled pretty good.
I don't think
Out
I
of the
guess
waves.
it's hard to tell if anything. I mean, most stories aren't shielded anyway, aren't magnetically shielded. So let's see. Or did any of the equipment from on the base look like it's deliberately shielded, or is it just it's normal?
What do you mean deliberately shielded?
For EMP or anything like that.
No, it's
Okay.
rock.
Rock.
Fair. My brain keeps thinking this is above ground instead of actually into the cliffside.
No, this is they have natural sea caves they've hollowed out.
All right. This is entirely out of a cliffside. Gotcha.
So they are naturally fortified in the cavern.
Gotcha. Don't know if I want anyone to go in directly because that might tip them off a bit.
You do not want to go inside. You will be caught and shot.
Yeah. So we don't tip off immediately. So it's.
You are not doing the infiltration mission. You have skipped that.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in this case we get to the location to recon that bit.
All right.
Let's take the long way around. So.
How are you going to get to the damn location? Are you going to drive, miles down the coast and hike?
Might actually need an aerial thing for this, actually.
I mean, you guys can request the aerial pass location.
For this one, we might want a small stealth craft just to.
What
back.
small stealth craft?
I'm about to say. You like inventing things just on the top of your head and hoping it passes somehow.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, the GM's too sharp for that. You say a thing, I ask you what thing you got.
Fair enough. It's been a while, so I don't remember if we do or not most these things.
No, aerial recon in this case is you will have a multi-crew fighter and just do a high-speed pass with sensors.
Gotcha. Yeah, because getting there on
You have
foot
access
is
to, fighters and shuttlecraft who can pass over the target and be like, whoa, what do we see on the scopes?
Yeah, that's fair enough, because considering I assume it's by design that it's impossible to get there by foot normally without extreme commitments.
No, you can hike there. I'm just
Oh, okay.
we're
I thought
in the
you were
fiction X. You wanted to eyeball the sea base, which is a cove and a cliffside, so you had to be on a boat.
Yes.
Are you gonna boat all the way back home and hitch a flight over? I'm just trying to get a sense of the time because currently
My
you are
bad.
alone.
Okay. The job is to recon right now, so honestly, if we have to do that to get basically, I guess, boat the way back and then hike to scout out to, the dam, might as well.
Okay. Roll me an
I
average
just-
resilience check. You're
Fair enough.
in a field a long time, but you're probably fine.
I just took how you worded it as being I was doing the bad thing. I was doing the wrong thing.
No,
so-
I'm just I need clarification. You cannot. There's no fast travel. You cannot
No, sir.
teleport.
Fair enough. I just
And
I
I mean, I will say right now, you're not really getting a lot of mission support for mission command in this recon.
right. My bad.
Nobody's
Probably-
offering to be
Okay,
like,
then
oh,
yes,
well, we
I
should come pick that
right.
guy up. So
Right, then I should probably report backwards.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, if he wants support, he has to ask for support. I'm not gonna just start sending communications into enemy territory willy nilly. Being
That's
Camo,
right,
are
then.
you
Okay.
okay? Do you need a cookie?
Okay,
blanket?"
right. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Okay, yes. Okay, then.
that maybe
in
6
this
months
context-
ago, but not right now.
Okay, all right. In this context, we leave the enemy area to a far enough distance to report back.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
just
you can
go back to
withdraw.
this-
You have
Son of a
Drawback
bitch!
to Drawback.
stuff, right?
Yeah, we have.
Let me
I have
just
hardened
queue again.
and I have hardened encrypted. Yeah. Or yeah, built-in hardened scrambled. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, so you can retreat to a safe distance, report in all that info. So You guys don't have to unknow your notes.
Okay.
All right, let's do that first, and then like bring up the thing of coordinating to go travel Discord to the other location. Unless there's
we
another
can
plan.
we can like, if you want to go check out the other one, we can probably send a lat and to go pick you up, and maybe fly you around the coast. It will only probably able to drop you off at like maybe the tip of the floodplains, like the tippity
Probably
tip, and you'd have to probably
simpler,
hike up to the dam.
That's fine.
But they can drop you faster and closer than you could get by just
Yeah.
driving your boat over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
we can
works.
arrange that.
Yes.
You were
And
okay
then
with
we'll
that
just
dispatch.
set up-
All right.
But instead of a pickup location, I guess around like a similar point. So on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the lad will probably like parks, either be on station or park.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
It's
we
been
can't
a
go
while
flying-
since,
we
like,
can't
I
go
have to
flying-
think
we can't go
about-
flying in their airspace.
It's been a while, so I had to think about. It actually reminded me about how like, oh wait, this is how we do things, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta operate. Okay. Well, you're sending a pickup for him. So does anybody else want to go on the dam recon mission, or are you fine continuing to let Sneakman sneak?
I say
unfortunately,
let the
Aramaa is
sneakmans.
probably like I said, Aramaa's not. I'm not adding anything. That's because Aramaa is probably like neck deep in logistics right now.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
Aramaa
just
is
gave
either
you-
meditating or like looking through reports.
I just gave you another 2 pages of things to
If-
consider.
If Boots goes along, he's not going to be of any help.
Yeah. So.
If we find someone
Uh,
dying, you might be useful, but not right now.
Oh, don't worry.
If
there's-
someone's
there's
dying on a
definitely-
recon mission, things have already fucked up.
Yes, that's fair.
But yeah, so Aramaa, you receive, the Camo's audio report and probably some transcripts and some pictures he took.
Okay, so sea caves and beaches.
Yep.
All right.
Basically, just picture, a tropical cove. It's a big semicircle of like sand and rocks. There's a little slit in the center where there's a deep trench for you to get in, and there's just big, tall cliff faces with like stairs and stuff cut into them. Sea caves.
Probably a slight underlining to like there being like sea droids, but because that probably matters to how like what he assumed like there was going to be your plan of assault.
And those hailfires.
And like many hellfires on the top.
You might want to worry about enemy AA. Or again, anti-seer. Hailfires have a long range. But anyway, we're not here yet. We're gonna recon Broken River. So
Yeah.
All right. Nobody else seems super committed to going. So you
Yeah,
guys just, the lat comes. It's a hovercraft. It slides the door back. The crewmen get out. They pull you in the boat inside, and you guys noom off. You have a shorter hike, so need to roll. But you guys hike. You and a couple of other arcs, like I said, hike up to the floodplain. So make me another hard perception.
All right, already.
Saves you a couple hours. Saves you some.
Yeah.
Let's
Probably a
rest
ration
on
bar or two.
Rest on the flight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A
A lot
lot
of advantage, but not a lot of success. So I would interpret that as you take your sweet time with this. You and your boys are very methodical, taking a lot of notes.
Considering this is the one we're going to be on ourselves, so
All right, so basically the scenario is like I mentioned. You're in what was once a broad river delta, but is now effectively a semi-dried out floodplain. A lot of the local vegetation is dead or dying down here. There's a lot of open, deep, almost black mud flats. And you can see, the actual like foothills of the mountain, the river valley up in front of you where it would, kind of peter out. And then there's just a giant semicircle of permacrete and durasteel sitting there. You hear the distant roar of the water being slowly filtered through the turbines. And you take your time. The most obvious thing, you examine the top of the dam. There are 6 hardened bunkers. In which are located, each has an articulated heavy particle cannon turret.
oh boy.
Which are set up to fire on any vehicles approaching the dam. I took the inspiration from some of the anti-vehicle cannons in the old school Battlefront 2. Huge and double-barreled.
They're red. They are ready, huh?
Yeah.
It's reinforced. They've
Oh.
had months, years. I don't know. They've had a long time to prep this side of the continent.
Then I guess
Um,
from like looking at enough, the dam does not look like it was never like half-assed or like rushed in any part of its construction?
No, they had plenty of time to build this to spec.
Okay.
So destroying the bunker towers from the air is hard, but munitions could be used to destroy them or their power supply. Or if you were from a vehicle, you could make cold shots to disable the weapons inside. You also spot that even if you somehow sabotage all the bunkers, they do still have additional supplemental defenses. There are, droid teams with rocket launchers patrolling the top level, and there are several heavy repeating blaster mounts. They would not be as effective, but they still could mount an air defense even if you wipe out all the bunkers, but that would definitely be a major thing to be aware of.
So,
yeah.
Maybe this is not the best idea, but considering the position where the Camo and the Arcs are right now, if in our area assault we dropped out some vehicles from these side positions to long range shoot at the dam, would that also work as we do?
No, that would not work any better.
You would not.
These are elevated bunkers on the top of the dam.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have all the firing angle in the world, and you guys would be trying to hit these little fortified boxes on top.
Fair enough.
The way you deal with bunkers is you either completely blow them the fuck up with specialized munitions, or you walk up next to them and throw a grenade in.
Fair,
Or if this is Valkyria
we're just
Chronicles,
trying
you shoot
to
the radiator
literally
at the back.
just erase the dam anyway. So.
Do these have radiators on the back?
Yes, they have power generators sticking out of the back. Yeah.
See,
They're not
okay,
going
there you
blue
go. Weak
because
point.
it's not Ragnite, but hey.
Called shot.
Yeah. So, in addition to one of the obvious ways you could get up there and possibly would have been considering for your stealth mission, you could just rappel up the front of the dam. You also notice that you can access the top right of the dam via small footpaths on either side in mountain foothills leading up into the Jarjan Valley. So there's a couple of traveled footpaths on either side of the dam that would go all the way up to the top level. They seem to be lightly defended, but are exposed. There is minimal cover on these paths. They are mountainside or hillside switchbacks. So
It would only be viable if they were already busy with something else happening, but I think that doesn't work what we already had planned. So
you could have infantry access the top of the dam that way, but they would be very exposed.
yeah.
Now, this was actually brought up already, but I will confirm. You're standing right here. The delta itself is exceptionally flat. Large portions of drying mud. There's, piles of shifted silt and stuff. There's very little in the way of interruption except for flooded out trees or stones that were moved during the dam's construction. So basically there's piles of debris and that's it. Everything else is flat. So if you wanted to, bombers could fly nape of the earth and get a good attack angle with missiles and torpedoes and be more shielded from the air defenses, which are designed to fire mostly up and out, not down and close. But you would have to deal with the fact that at the end of your attack run, you would have to do a very sharp turn or climb. Otherwise, you would just smash into the dam.
I know, it's one way to do damage.
Right, which means we just actually
Yeah.
trust the pilot to do it well.
Mhm.
So it's
So you could engage in nape of the earth flying the whole way, but again, that means you have to do a very tight pull up
Window.
or sharp turn.
how absurd is the idea that we're doing a bombing run? There's a separate force tries to peer from the side.
Well, we don't
I
have
don't-
infinite people, Axe. I want you to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
True.
So
Thinking about it.
it's not that crazy. This was actually going to be in my pre-planning. You guys could basically totally add almost like a separate mass combat phase where you take special forces and try and assault the enemy air positions either immediately prior to your bombing run or as you go on. The problem is that if you do that, and I think I mentioned this before off
You did.
mic,
You did.
you could send up guys. It's been like 4 weeks.
Yeah. I remember this.
You could send up guys there and hit these points, but then you either have to deal with the fact that those guys have to have either hard warned the enemy you're coming, or they are on the top of the dam you are bombing as you are bombing it.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's what I was
they
thinking.
are
I remember
basically
that.
stuck with requiring hasty exfils, or you are absolutely letting the enemies know you're coming. So you could go full preemptive strike. You could probably, Camo himself could go. You could pile on. You've got, a company, a special forces company. Hopefully not on loop on the recording, Lucky.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm about to say. I appreciate Ocean Man, but that could get tasty. But and you could, assume that cutting off their air defenses and super weakening those is worth it, but that would totally mean that they would know, oh, well, they knocked out all our air defenses, so they are probably coming.
True. I was just thinking
Okay.
about like if our main
Yeah.
bombing run was not going well, we had a separate force to at least actually take it out a bit. But
I mean, if you guys bollocks up the bombing operation, you could probably retreat and regroup and try a different plan.
okay,
Something could be arranged. Yeah, this is not all or nothing.
Yeah.
I do have failure states built into this. Even though Aramaa is not going to fail, I have a plan for that. I know it won't happen. She rolls way too many fucking dice for this, but
more how
I,
well or
I
how
wrote
badly.
the rules the way they're supposed to be written.
Listen, I spent 25 and I got leadership 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Again,
figured.
it's more
That's
about the
like,
basis
what,
test
4
instead of-
yellow, 1 green for you, Lucky?
Anyway, so I still have some more points. There's a couple more additional details in here. This isn't without ring.
I did get a lot of things.
So, behind the actual body of the dam, so there's, the big wall, the actual cutoff, the dam that blocks up the water and funnels it into the turbines. There are perfectly normal, power production and maintenance facilities. There are barracks for housing engineers and troops. You also notice, through some intel of like circling some guys around and some stuff. Take a long time doing this. You probably are here until it gets too dark for you guys to work without firing up some electronics.
Yeah, that we had to leave. Yeah.
There is a small landing pad area behind there, and you guys note, you count that there are 4 HMP gunships with searchlights as their optional mounts, which is their normal patrol response. So basically, they have 4 gunships with searchlights. This is their normal patrol. So even if you don't alert the airbase, they do have a form of aerial intercept defense. And possibly these guys could be used to pick off your operations if you guys had any guys on the ground and stuff. They would be out there patrolling for thing.
Gotcha.
Now, when talking about your sneaky things, there is one thing you do notice. There is one extra you're very astute. You notice this is as pretty typical in dam construction. Either side flanking the main body of the dam and extending way out into the delta are 2 spillway channels. The purpose of a spillway is to vent excess water from the reservoir. So if the reservoir gets too full and it's going to crest the dam, you open up the spillways and let water out. These are used shielded by grates, and it would be a long hike in the dark, but infantry could absolutely access the spillway. You could then either just blow up the spillway and block them up so that the dam would basically have problems, cause a reduction of dam efficiency, mean they have to send out maintenance for repairs, possibly cause additional damage if you guys start to stress the dam. Or you could just use it to straight up sneak up and enter the reservoir from behind and access the dam that way. But that means that you are sending infantrymen crawling through literal pitch dark water tubes.
Yeah. Honestly, or I guess it's decided even if they were forced to be, if they were permanently stuck open, and with the water just all passed through, I don't at the rate of it would take too long for I guess the water just to stop.
No, actually, and you wouldn't, because they would be above the minimum water level. The spillway's
Right.
whole point is if the reservoir is too full, they spill out.
Overfill. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is another way for you to possibly do that infantry attack or that special operations mission. Get behind enemy lines and cause chaos. It would just probably be slightly uncomfortable. It would be very sneaky.
True.
And that's basically recon phase. And I will say you have pulled this off without any alert to the enemy at all, rolling so many advantages and even that triumph on that. Yeah, you are stealth. You take about a day for this op, and you have a very thorough bits of notes to get there.
I will let everyone dwell on. I'll be right back.
Well, I also need to take a quick break, so I was going to let you guys mull over the recon info for a moment and pause the recording. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, do that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, apologies. I was getting distracted. It's fucking stupid. Hold on, I need to find... the best thing that sums this up. Hold on.
Let's see here. What do?
Here we go. I'll delete this before we go back on the camera, but this is basically the peak summary of what's happening right now. Because apparently people are just like, Australia has internment camps. And it's like, no. You have a place you stay at for 2 weeks if there's a chance you have COVID. And then after those 2 weeks are up, you can leave.
Wow.
But apparently people from America are just like, no! You guys have internment camps!
Because American right-wing Americans are love to say things are not true
Yeah.
about other countries when they haven't been there.
Anyway, sorry for getting distracted. So, we've got information we need to mull over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Quokka, whatever that.
Yeah, Quokka.
Quokka.
All right, I'm back with water.
Welcome back.
You didn't miss much. I just shared what I was getting distracted by.
No, I was hearing.
I found a seamless loop of Ocean Man.
Oh,
1 hour.
Jeez.
Nice.
Listen, Ocean Man is great right now.
Nice.
I guess I wanted to put mine in the loop, I guess.
All right, I'm going to unpause audio. Back.
All right, but now that looks like that.
All right,
Sorry, it was just amusing to me just thinking of Axe just sneaking around with Ocean Man just playing in the background constantly.
I mean, it was probably like some slight cutbacks to you just getting more papers to put on your desk just to consider.
All right, do we have any questions or other insights about the recon phase?
Let's see here.
I have gotten an interesting opinion considering like what I've learned that it really feels like stealthing the dam might be an easier ordeal, honestly. But that's a different thing.
Well, you've already committed to blow it the fuck up.
No, yeah, I just know there's a lot more things that might make it less risky, but
Yeah, this
You have a weird idea of less risky. Remember, if you go into the stealth team, you get caught, well, guess what? It's an automatic failure.
And they know.
And then they know.
I guess the
Because
stealth
then you go
problem
from
is-
stealth to full-on combat, and then you have to fight with, your small stealth team all the way to under all the fucking thing. So yeah.
True.
So no.
Never mind that. I was thinking about it more of being like there's a lot more things.
Yes, it's a lot better because you'll probably be doing it, and you have big dice pools.
Instead of just saying what the end result should be, you should probably just run through the process of how we get there. Like, why is it safer? Because right now, it's just like, yeah, stealth team, this will make it safe. It's like, no.
Yeah. It's that whole, I won't say anything more, it's just...
I feel like I could say something lucky like most times.
Are you gonna mumble, or are you gonna actually speak up, Axe?
I swear, do I have to fucking turn up Axe to 200%?
No, you're fine.
No, because you'll
The
very
recording
quiet.
did not catch that, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll get the
I
dice
also
roll
did
thing.
catch
I feel like I could say the same thing of you doing mass combats, but that's not here or there. So
Well, yes, Axe. That's why I'm doing this literally by myself. So you guys have the most chance of success, but that's not gonna happen if they pick the thing that you're super good at, and no one else is. How good is everyone else here in stealth? Let me know.
Anyway,
I mean, I would say I do not know if one player character could carry an entire stealth mission.
Yeah.
You're sneaky, but I don't know if it would work out that way. I don't know if Axe necessarily meant it 100% that way, though.
Yeah.
no, I was just considering like there's been different entries. I was thinking if the bombing doesn't go fully right, we just get honestly we should just do like a secondary attack. Just have a
If the
secondary
bombing
force
doesn't
on the
go
side.
right, Axe, they're gonna be on full alert. That makes stealth even harder.
I'm not saying
Well, it depends on how the bombing goes wrong.
I guess that's true.
If you guys like do a couple of runs but then get shot down, you'll have probably beat up the dam a little bit. I would just say, while that is a good point to have, we should probably not work on that plan anymore because that is a backup plan, and you guys don't have a non-backup plan yet.
what I'm saying is the backup plan should just be we have a force try to hit from the
Yeah,
side.
okay. But I'm just saying, you should not. I know your whatever that word was that you taught me that I forgot. But
it's fine.
Roll that back in your mind. We have to actually plan the primary plan first.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
so we
appreciate
have-
it.
Okay, Omega said it
But
for me. I was just typing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to work on plan B yet. We need plan A.
I kind of took it as we don't have plan A developed, but we still have a base of a plan A. So I guess.
Well, you have all your plans. I give you elements. I thought about this stuff.
Yeah, I think.
And I've got a lot of this was extra detail for like.
Yeah, in terms of plan A is probably going to do that whole neighbor of the earth and do a sharp turn at the end.
Well, okay, so it sounds like we're in the planning phase. So you guys will need to pick and work on your unit dispositions, make some choices for gear and stuff. Obviously, you have a minimum you need, but I have written wiggle room where you can expand or contract as needed. Obviously, I want to give you plenty of prep time, but you should not do too much waffling. The longer you guys stick around debating your plan, the longer and more likely it is the enemy will realize you're planning a plan that you're planning.
Oh no!
So, like, don't. This is not like it's time to sneakily prepare this advance for like 6 months because Aramaa yelled out to the heavens, "I'm coming at you! I will fight you on the beaches!" And so you're gonna fight him on the beaches.
Yeah, we're doing this like
This is not a video game where it's just like you can hit all the side quests before.
No.
It's been like 2 weeks later, and now we're doing it within like I guess the end of this week essentially.
And to be fair, I am assuming that while we took our nebulous downtime that we have not commented on, Aramaa still had the ball rolling on that. Like she was, she yelled at people and slapped guys around to make them do the thing. But that has enabled you to be ready to pull off this plan. So I think we're pretty locked into this, but I just want to confirm for both the recording and everybody involved. You guys obviously have access to the Redeemer and where you want to attach it. Last we talked about this. Aramaa wanted to attach the Redeemer to her force to basically act as, basically to do naval bombardment.
Yes.
So the Redeemer would travel with her group, possibly carrying the Sierra Mobile. We don't know 100%. That's the plan, but you need to acquire a few things for that plan to work out.
Remember the bombing vehicle we had.
Act as your fire support platform because it's got concussion missile launchers and medium turbo lasers, which can really reach out and touch somebody on planetary scale.
Yeah.
I think turbos are like light and medium turbos are like medium range.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn, you got a question?
I'm trying to remember the exact bombing vehicle we had in mind, but we need to make
well, that's
sure
my next paragraph.
PTB something.
So the Broken River team, and if you guys want to assign yourselves cool team names, you can. But Broken Rivers has access to up to 5 PTB 625s. You don't have a lot of them because we discussed this in the background. Even now, but in general, the Republic has been reticent to authorize mass bombing because that would cause lots of environmental damage. The only reason why this Dam Buster mission is being greenlit at all is the fact that the enemy has already done environmental damage.
Oh no!
You will not do anything worse by returning the water levels to their normal area than they've already done by building a giant hydroelectric dam in the way.
Okay.
So you have access to up to 5 of these. Obviously, you'll be taking at least one, which will be you guys. Each carries a payload of up to 24 proton bombs. They will be fully loaded. Each individual bomber has space for a 5-man crew. They've got bunks and a refresher for long flight missions. The cabin is pressurized. So you don't need flight gear per se, but your personal storage is at a minimum. So basically all you guys should be carrying is melee weapons and ranged light weapons, along with maybe a couple of items in the flight bag. Now, each PTB has 2 hard points for alterations. So you guys could... I will not recommend going with just 1 bomber. I would say you should take 3 or all 5. Basically, 3 bombers gives you a smaller payload. It makes things... lighter, less obvious on sensor footprints and stuff. If you go with 5, that will give you plenty of bombs to absolutely make sure that the plan works, but you are much more likely to be detected on sensors because you will be flying in a giant formation of 5 of these things, which are all SIL-4, I believe.
Yeah. All SIL-4,
Yeah, I think each one of these bombers is like 20 meters long.
Gotcha. So
Else,
we have,
yeah. And they're
besides the
cramped conditions in them, so.
Listen, they carry a lot of bombs.
The conditions are cramped, but I would like to point out they are still SIL-4. You can physically, much like, big old classic, B-52s, you guys can actually get up out of the cockpit and, like, walk the deck. You can walk to the bombing station, walk to the bubble turret.
Yeah,
there are literal bunk rooms so you can do crew shifts, so...
It's just not going to be able to bring all the gear, as you said.
Can't bring your sea chest.
Yeah, no. That is a difference. This is not Sierra Mobile, where you guys literally have extra storage space. This is not the Redeemer, which has cargo bays. You cannot, bring 30 encumbrance worth of spare gear. You are hauling bombs. You do not have a lot of space to carry that shit on you.
Yeah. So just remember, bring your sidearms, be light.
How many bombers do you want to go with?
Bombers.
At least
3 or 5.
I'm thinking probably 3. Yeah, 3.
There's like 2 follow-ups, I guess.
You can keep those 2 in. I don't know if you'll have time for a reserve mission. You guys are going to be flying a long time.
Yeah, I'm still saying 3 since try to keep it not that big because they don't want to have all the bombers in on this mission, since they might be needed elsewhere.
Loth, that's still not a picture of Chip Stubbo.
Look. Okay, it's Mothman.
But so I think for each of the bombers, besides the one that Web was going to be, where we should get the command center for it.
As the theater command suite, I think.
The command suite.
I feel like that means that we're going to get out the bunk rooms.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have hard points, so I don't know necessarily where the hard points do, but there is probably some like redundant cargo space. There's some room for you to like augment the engine.
Yeah.
Something like that.
In this case, it's like one table of stuff.
Yeah, but, excuse me, yeah.
I think the other one should be outfitted with different things to compensate because there'll be different pilots in them, so we want to make sure they can do like their maneuver.
You gotta remember, this is gonna be a mass combat, man. So
it's mass combat.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, but that would be a lot of personal expense to improve these military quality vehicles, which are already fine.
Yeah,
you're getting your experienced clone pilots in here. You've got crews for them.
All right,
you guys will take one.
I'll put faith in you this one time to roll.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't roll shit.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. It's a mass combat.
Yeah, it's mass combat.
You guys have to roll to command them to do good.
Yeah.
If you fail to command, then they will fuck up. That's all on you.
I certainly can't help you there, so I'll just be piloting.
But yeah, so you can. That is in your plans. You will want to hook it up with the theater combat and stuff. So we'll get there because you have some of your options. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about escorts.
Yay.
Yeah.
Because you do not, even though these things have access to front lasers and ball turrets and stuff, you do not fly bombers naked.
Yeah.
Take escorts. So you should pick at least one squadron. That's 12 fighter craft to go with you, and could go up to 2 squadrons. You probably don't want to commit more than 2 squadrons because, again, larger forces, more fuel, more vehicles at risk.
Yeah.
You kind of need to continue to run your normal air defense network and have missions. Well, so that gives you some customization. So basically, mechanically, you can pick from a couple of options here. I have a little drop-down list. So you have access to V-Wings, which are interceptors, and ARC-40Bs, which are escort craft. Those will offer advantages against enemy aircraft, but are not suited to actually performing the bombardment. They just have normal concussion missiles, which are not good for hardened targets.
Okay.
These will give you, in a mass combat sense, a boost die in combat phases against fighters and gunships.
Okay.
The exact opposite of that is you have access to BLTB Y-Wings. These are fighter bombers. They can deploy both proton torpedoes and proton bombs. So an even heavier payload than you guys can do. They are resistant to anti-air fire, but they can't dogfight well. They just have access to their bubble turrets for self-defense. So they will give you a boost die in circumstances to actually bomb the dam, but they will be a bit sluggish for tight maneuvers.
Okay.
And then you also have access to either Z95s or ARC 170 fighters, which are multi-role craft. They can not only engage enemy fighters, but are armed with proton torpedoes to attack hardened targets. They will give you boost dice in both situations, but they both have drawbacks. Arcs those are large 3-position. They are the same family as the PTB. So those are, 3 crew and an astromech. They are large fighters. They are not known for being particularly fast or maneuverable, but they're tough.
Okay.
Conversely, Clone, the standard issue, they mass-produced these particular types of Z95s for the Republic Navy and Army. Z95s are fragile. The Clone version does have shields, but they don't have hyperdrives. They don't use Astros. So they are relatively fragile and will fall under sustained fire.
Okay.
So
If you would have my input, I would say take the escorts and the bombers.
I was thinking of having.
If you have the escorts, because you'll have the escorts.
So take the escorts and the
take one squadron
Y-wings.
each of escorts and bomber.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, it's a good idea because you'll have the escorts to deal with whatever air combat you have, and then you can use the bombers to take care of any hardened defenses on your approach.
Yeah.
My thing I was thinking of, besides 2 groups of each squadron of one of the entire type, but have it be that they're meshed, like mixed together. So it's like 2.
Well, that would be a
composite
formation thing.
Okay.
Mechanically, you take one squadron each of your specialists rather than your multi-purpose.
Yes.
Yeah. I was
It may
thinking
actually work
of
out.
those specialists.
Multi-role craft tend to be more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
rather
one
not
replace they
use
break.
those multi-rolls on something like a dam.
Like I said, like what we're hoping for right now is if we mount this simultaneous attack, the air base will have to split up its forces. That's what we're hoping. Which means that maybe it's not guaranteed. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but maybe you might not have as much of a problem dealing with air-to-air combat.
It's more just the turret. It's more just the anti-particle.
Yeah, that's why you want the bombers, because you definitely want to make sure that those get taken out.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, like I don't really know what else to be bring up with unless there's something else Omega wants to layer on.
The what?
I don't right now. I'm not sure what else to consider unless Omega has something else he wants to layer.
Well, I have a whole. This is a whole. We're in the planning phase. I got a whole thing here. We got stuff to run down for additional options.
Right.
So you guys have your own ideas, and I have stuff to pitch to you. But I just went to jot down. I'm trying to figure out the exact ones. So let's see. You've got 2 available B-wings or Y-wing squadrons. So do you want to do this operation with Amber Squadron or Tiger Squadron?
Let's see here. I guess Tiger.
Tiger Squadron. And well, I'll ask you guys. You guys have worked with some. You have access to a couple of V-wing squadrons and an escort squadron of the ARCs. You've worked with some of the V-wing units before, but those are supposed to be shorter-range interceptors. Do you want a clone manned pilot wing, or would you take escorts from the Fire Canyon, which is closer? Because they have access to a V-wing squadron as well that they have been training from local volunteers.
I don't know if Aramaa would probably think more players, so I think we should have the clones do it.
Yeah, I think clones, since I don't know how well trained the ones from Fire Canyon are trained.
So, because you've worked with them
but
in the past, let's throw in Shade Squadron.
The Shade.
You guys worked closely with Shade during the time you guys were attacked by a destroyer.
Yes.
So, yeah. You may need to do some buddy tanking and some cramped flight times, but it sounds like you're going to have this operation, this unit take off en masse from the science base and fly all the way over.
Yep.
Okay. So, there we go. All right. So, next is the issue of ground support. So, you guys can't deploy a major ground force. That would not work because of reasons of they can just flood the plane.
Yeah.
This is why you are not just doing an armored assault or something, or like Arty Barrage. You can still have infantry support in this operation. You have access to 1 SOSIG. You have a whole platoon of ARCs and a company of commando units. So you could, as I discussed earlier, you could send them in either full-blown ahead of time or deployed during the operation to distract enemy units and cause chaos in the rear lines, in the spillway. So you guys can, bring as much spookums to bear as you guys are willing, and also as much as Aramaa is willing to part with, because First Special Ops is attached to SRB, the Swamp Dogs unit.
Okay.
But you have a lot of guys you could bring out there. Now, they would be, brought in risk, but...
Yeah, that's another risk involved.
Additionally, and obviously you would want to consider how you're going to extract or employ them, you guys could also rustle up a squadron of LATs or attack shuttles to actually carry infantry. They probably won't be along with you directly because you don't necessarily want to expose transports full of personnel to dedicated anti-air fire, but they could be around you if you needed. And I would also add, in either instead of or perhaps in addition to using either the ARC platoon or some of the commando teams, you also have access to support units. You could have medics and engineers on standby in the area in gunships to perform combat search and rescue if anybody is shot down.
That might actually work better, because honestly, our end goal is to make sure this dam is just pieces, right?
Yeah, you're going to flatten the dam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We probably don't want anyone actually in it that we worry about.
I think we probably should have some search and rescue.
All right, you guys can detach your choice, a LAT or an attack shuttle squadron, and load it up with medics and engineers.
I'm going to say probably a LAT.
So you'll have a gunship squadron on station. Do you want to bring any special forces just in case, or just medics and engineers?
I think just medics and engineers. Don't know how. Don't really know how useful the specialists are going to be in this situation.
Well, hey, good news, Aramaa. You have access to your complete special forces element if you need it.
Yay.
Other than one singular arc.
But he's been on your payroll the whole time, so it doesn't matter.
Wait a second.
Important. All right, so you guys will have the LAT coverage and attach. What was that unit name? Yeah, that was units from Spice Support Company under Captain Sugar. Got a medic and a engineering platoon to distribute those guys.
Okay.
Spice Support Company also has a comm specialist and a ordnance specialist platoon, but you guys may want to send those with Aramaa's offensive.
Yeah, definitely send those over with Aramaa.
All right. So basically, any other concerns is either actual mass combat stuff. You guys will want to pick any redundancy there, and if you guys want to make sure you've got any additional gear you want to acquire for the road, make sure you've got your inventory sorted out. Like I said, you should stick to melee and ranged light weapons. You guys will not be able to carry giant fuck-off rifles in this bomber, especially if you're going to use up those hard points on that theater command.
Yeah.
That means that all those nooks and crannies where you could hide smuggling compartments or extra armor plating or anything are going to be packed with sensors and comms antennas and giant fucking display screens.
I think it matters because Wevuguk and Boots have to be doing mass combat checks, and they probably would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn that into...
It's 2 upgrades, I think?
Yeah, it's 2 upgrades, but it's super expensive.
Yeah. I don't know what the ops budget is like.
I think it's 8,500 times 2 is 17K.
I don't think
We have to take some away from the local
In
clone.
this case, but I don't know.
We have to take the budget away from the local clone football team.
Pretty sure, because Aramaa also bought either that or the lower version for Sierra Mobile anyway. Pretty sure you did the doubling? The theater command center?
Yeah, I got the big one.
Yeah. But, if you guys know where the money's coming from and are ready to go, we can just go ahead and knock that out.
I mean, I can fund some of it too, I guess. It's like,
Well, you have an ops budget somewhere, so I don't know.
yeah.
I mean,
Shit.
how much will it cost? I think I might be able to fund all of it.
How much is in our group funds?
We have over
Theater.
80K.
80K.
Yeah, so you're going for the full thing, not just the TC3 suite, but the actual theater command and control center.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, damn. Everett, it's rich.
All right, so yeah, that's 85 doubled, so 1,700. Jotted. That's what
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have like
just going
140
to
on me actually.
down.
So if you have plenty in the ops budget, you guys can make the modification. Just somebody will need to roll to buy.
Yeah, I rolled to buy, and that's going to be rarity 8.
Actually, yeah,
So I think that's
four
like
dice.
4 dice, yeah.
what would be the sheet that has this? 'Cause I'm just curious.
The what?
Vehicles. I was just thinking like what the doc list was for like this object.
This would be in the ship and vehicle mods list, or I
Alright,
could
yeah.
also just a wiki.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
A wiki that's actually like updated and competent.
A wiki.
Says-
A wiki.
But yeah,
Actually,
this would
that-
use up
da-
both of your
da-
hard
da-
points, but it would give you the maximum of 2 mass combat check upgrades on the ship. So basically the equivalent of 2 extra levels of leadership for whoever's rolling mass combat.
Yeah.
And has mod room for extra advantages or removing blacks.
I would
guys
like to
wanna
try to
take
do the
this?
mods for that because I think that might actually
Yeah.
come up.
Well,
But
actually,
somebody needs to roll to buy.
I
Yeah.
will roll to buy.
I guess with whatever other
It's
This sort-
negotiation
boops or shit
or
parts.
knowledge warfare. Roll 4 Ds.
Roll those nuts.
You need to, it's not as easy as going into the menus and clicking the check mark that says command vehicle and there's a little antenna with a flag on it. You got to move some shit. But visually, there will be a little antenna with a flag on it to let you know it's the command vehicle.
Yeah.
My negotiation. You know what? My warfare is at 5. So. Oh wait, no, but my intelligence is 2. Oh, that's right. No, that's dumb.
It is like 2 yellow,
I was like,
3
wait a minute.
green.
I mean, like, hypothetically, more green dice is supposed to be still more increased chance of success, but I suspect that your negotiation roll of presence plus negotiation is still pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be 4 yellows. And let me see here. Because of that, and then because of that, and then you said what was it? Rarity 8.
Yeah, 8 total, so 4.
4.
Because you only hit 5 at 10.
Yep. And then force dice.
Oh no, you can't buy the RAM attachment or the plasma drill now, or the physical countermeasures. Well, I also in my own extensive home rule for the upcoming possible tactical battle. Well, you got 3, so
I know, but
was that
still.
10% off? 10% off, and I can give you free mod money for that triumph.
Yeah.
You want-
got a
can you just
free
give them
mod
the mod
So
for
that
it?
would become 50,300.
No, I think we'll skip the payment for the mods. This is a vehicle.
Alright,
Okay.
cool, I'll just.
And try to
I'm
just
fine with one
skip.
twice if that's okay.
So how much money do I contribute?
I don't think you need to contribute anything.
Okay.
I think this is
Oh,
just
Like you said, you have
coming from
80K in the
different
ops budget.
Yep.
This is only like what 13 something.
Oh, okay.
Somebody just
Yeah,
It's like-
17,000 minus 1,700 is 50,300.
Oh yeah, yeah.
50,300.
1530. Yeah, 1530.
I'm gonna have to head out for a bit to grab my food.
It's okay. We're planning.
You okay
Boots
if I
stands
roll?
around and is like, whatever doesn't kill more clones. Goodbye.
You okay if I
Well, actually, no, to be whatever doesn't kill me doesn't make me stronger. It just hurts.
No, I just mean for your your contributions to planning, you would just say, whatever option doesn't kill clones. But
I
yeah,
know
so
I've
you're
already made
asking?
this awkward, but I would like to actually roll for the mods if that's okay.
Yeah, no, we can roll mods now.
Because
I
Uh,
those 2 advantages will
can
help.
I can assist.
So which one do you want to do first?
I'm gonna do we're going for the 2 advantage results.
So you roll that hard mechanics,
We'll do that
Yeah.
one first, and then
Done.
we'll consider one do the second one or the
and then if you want to buy the black one, you'd have to.
Yeah.
I think it's only like 100 credits for a vehicle mod, but you would have to pay.
I think it's actually 1,000.
Is it 1,000? Well,
Yeah, because it's bigger.
Okay.
I
Skills
assume-
up. Good.
Yeah.
Sliding
I
scale.
guess
Even so, you guys can decide if you want to shill that out. But you got one
I can
one
cover
free
that.
mods worth of parts. So
Alright,
roll
so-
mechanics.
All right, let's see.
The
I got my
tinker.
kit for this, and the toolbox.
So this is like this whole bit is like several days of your pre-planning window is like
Installation.
organizing squadrons, getting with squadron leaders, double checking all the vehicles, loading so many goddamn bombs. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Racks and racks of bombs.
All right, let's see. So Where is this? I have the.
But you gotta
So you got
brief
one free mod, right?
Yeah.
I
which
would like
acts as
to
a button
purchase
install.
an additional 5 mod for ships.
Ooh, okay, yep. Throw away 5K.
Because Sierra Mobile hasn't had its theater command upgraded at all either. So while we're on
seems
the
like a good-
subject,
So it starts at hard, then we
as
have
well.
Yes.
disadvantage, and then let's see how many boosts do I add to this.
-5.
But yeah, so you
Yeah,
guys
Marth, what is
pick
your
which
int?
one of the 5 bombers you like best.
We got to paint it red.
Marth, what is your int?
My int is 3 and my mechanics is 3.
I have 3 and 5, so.
Actually, now
3
think
and
about it.
5
How much
mechanics.
is amphibious adaptation for a vehicle?
Alright, what's intelligence block doesn't matter in this case. Let's just get the custom.
Yeah, you would just lose out on the force dice.
Alright, so I'm gonna add 2 boosts from Marth's assist and the toolbox, and here we go.
What, 2 boosts?
I have a. It's a boot. Yeah. Boost from you and a.
Okay. I just had to double check because I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
huh.
Damn, I didn't roll that. I rolled kind of poorly.
Well,
Done.
you've done fairly well.
You okay if I use those boosts to modulate the next check?
Yeah, you can put those to
I would
2
like
for
to.
so add a couple of success to yourself,
Actually, that's interesting.
or not
I was
success
thinking of
boosts.
reducing the difficulty by 2 and then adding a boost.
No, you do not get to
Okay.
reduce the difficulty.
Okay, then I guess we'll just full boost it.
That's like a triumph thing, is grades in difficulty reduction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just think of I guess it's mod creation where it's for crafting. Is when you
Yeah.
get to use it
Yeah,
with
that's you get to do
advantage.
blueprints and stuff.
Yep, it's the sidebar 285H rebellion that talks about it 10 times.
Right, I was just gonna, or like lessons learned where it lets you lower the difficulty or remove dice. But yeah,
Right.
so I guess we just full boost it. I guess so, like 7 boost or max at 5.
Well, you'd cap at 5, but also it's 2 for 1 to boost a specific character, so you would be just
Okay.
getting yourself.
Yeah.
I will only let you abuse the system so much.
All right, so it'll just be 2 extras, I guess.
Omega, I need a clarification here, because I'm looking at the amphibious modification for vehicles, and it says can be installed onto any vehicle or starship that can enter an atmosphere. Does that mean it actually does atmospheric re-entry?
No, it says any vehicle. There probably should be a comma there, or starship that can enter an atmosphere. So hypothetically, there are supposed to be like some battle cruisers that are so large they do not go in planetary atmospheres.
Oh, okay.
So I think the idea is that those are so big you can't take them underwater, but it's any vehicle or
Okay.
atmospheric capable starship.
Okay, but I'm gonna add from that. I'm gonna go to the last one. I'm gonna add 3 boost, so we have like 5 boosts. So we'll just try the last one. So the first
Okay.
one was the advantage. The second one I think
Nice.
is for the setback one, and the last one's for the second one with advantage.
Okay.
Because I think this is all right.
Yeah, roll.
That will be your
If it fails,
difficulty
we know
cap.
it's not there. It's only 3
So you got
rounds,
one free advantage, and you remove a setback.
What's this image? Oh, okay.
and I didn't even forgot to add my bonus there, so we're actually fine. It would have been 3-8 actually, so we're good.
All right, so the
As
theater
the
suite is fully kitted out.
yes,
Yay.
cool.
bold these in my notes.
Boldly.
Bold, more bold.
The setback will at least probably be important depending. So
Yeah, there
The setback
might
die
be.
is definitely a big one because those are very common.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Believe it or not, there is a lot of concept art for the Clone Wars cartoon of the various nose arts and details on
Wow.
gunships.
Cool.
And also, it tends to be fairly common among the community for reasons.
Huh. Right.
alright, well, it's done.
Okay, that's done.
Alright, so that's outfitted,
Alright.
so I think we're good there.
You know
Yeah,
what,
that
Bob?
one's good. Aramaa does want you to do that again for Sierra Mobile.
Alright, cool. I can do that. Let's try.
Uh,
Is it, everyone help me this one?
I'll help.
Can I use the Can I use the 8 advantage that they have on the previous one for that? That's just put back to the boost again.
What's with these Legos?
I don't think it's a big deal.
Oh, they are Legos. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, these are Lego decals.
Cute.
I guess you know, Mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the old 2-for-1 in there as well.
Alright, cool. start from this. Holy shit.
It's a big check.
All right, you got a triumph, so I'll
lower
let
the difficulty
you.
next, yeah.
Well, you can lower the difficulty, or you can just skip a check and install one.
Oh yeah, I'll just skip it to get the advantage and the setback. So we'll do that, and then the last one. Will this still count for the total?
Yes, that still counts for the
Okay,
total.
so I guess-
Stalled, but
All right.
to roll for it.
So this case will be. I'm gonna go to the last one, which is the second advantage,
Sure.
which is only 4 boost, and then that's 5 dice. You're good. It's fine. We're done.
All right. Sierra Mobiles. Control. The TCCS is
Cool.
Neat.
all right. And if you want to buy amphibious, you shall to roll that. But that sounds like that's something you will need to worry about in your business.
Right, that's 1,000 times still.
So let me actually.
Don't
Another
need-
time still, I had it open and I closed it because I'm dumb.
I think
But I think
Sierra
that's all
Mobile
my
is still
individual
4.
planning notes for Broken River.
All right. So,
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do a thing. We're gonna remove the onboard amenity suite temporarily.
You throw out the mini fridge. Tear it out.
We put it in the storage shed.
Well, yeah, we're gonna put it in storage. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like no stuff. So there's gonna be like we're basically getting rid of the bunks. We're going back to fucking rack seating.
Yeah.
But
We're not camping here.
No, this ain't. We ain't going for no jolly drive. We're going to war.
We're only gonna be in there for a day or two. We're not gonna be there for a week.
So do not.
Not on
type-
this op anyway.
But I will roll on for 7, which I believe is. I keep typing Yol. So 1, 2.
Yol.
Yol. Let's see here. B. V.
Yeah, 7 should be hard
Yes.
because it'll be minus 4.
5.
Yeah, it starts at 0-1.
I'm gonna
You got
get
your
the
light pips this time.
threat. I don't know what the.
You're gonna make it
Is
super
there a
cheap,
cap?
I guess.
forgot. Is there a cap for the discount?
No,
Because
it's 5% per success. So
Make it 13, so it's like 60% off.
that's a lot. Hang on. Actually, no. Let me look at the
Let's see,
let
we
me
what,
look at the list
we
here.
what,
Let me see
4K?
if there's anything nifty in the ship mods. Real quick.
let me
Is it-
also
you do
double check
enough to
what
get
the,
it, like,
what the
pre-modded
game
or
says
something?
about. You can probably get some free mod parts if you got a shitload of advantage.
Yeah, well, the Amphib has no mods on it.
So let's see. Negotiation success is increase the length of the contract / increase your profit by 5%. So costs less because you're negotiating for price.
Mhm.
Advantage is gain perks or concession.
Perks or concessions. Oh. Actually,
Do
is
you
there
have
any
the
zero
HP
mods?
room
Is there
for a
any zero
holotank?
mods? That'd be funny. Let's see here. Encrypted computers. Gunnery droid brain.
Oh, droid brains usually.
Let's see here. What others? Let's see if there's any other neat zero things that we can just
Our
slap
computer
on there for
core.
shits and giggles.
Brains. Decoy buoy. Encryption. Brain. Security measures.
Silence axe, I can read.
I don't actually know why. I mean, I guess there's a price. I don't know why the encrypted computer is also 0 when the call it is. Encrypted computer, yeah.
Well, we are going to Hospital Tire. Can I, like, spend 3 advantage and get, like, security measures for free?
Sure.
Alright, so that is what I'm going to do then. So that'll be 3
You
for
click
that.
your car keys. Boop, boop.
Pretty much. So that'll leave 5. I'll negate that threat. That'll be 4. That still brings me up to 10 success. Jesus. So that'll be a 45% discount.
The price?
It's 1,000
1K times silhouette, I believe.
And what's the
So 5?
4 or 5.
Alright, let me pull up my notes here real quick. It's 4. Okay, so it's 4,000. Let me.
This one's 200. That's 400 is 200.
So 4,000.
You're paying only 2,200.
2,200? I believe your math. So let me take that from the group funds. And then.
So Sierra Mobile, you guys did have to redo the paint job.
yeah.
Probably has a slightly different one now. You know, all the external doors and hatches are like reinforced and have those little rubber weather seals on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got like waterproof screens in the recon pod.
Mm-hmm.
Got some extra vents and stuff so you can dump water out of the. You know, it's got basically ballast pumps that can dump the water outside.
Mm-hmm.
The bilge, stuff like that.
Some of the mechanics are like, "Why the fuck are you taking a tank underwater?"
Listen, the Sierra Mobile's not fully sealed. ATTs are fully sealed, but I can't put my sick command center in one of those, and I can't carry like 300 dudes that way. But okay, so let us work a bit on shorts.
Actually, the security measures has 2 mods. I'm thinking, Camo, can I convince you to install those real quick?
All right, sure.
Okay, if you want to take care of this.
Yeah, it's just 2 mods. I'll take care of the mechanics myself. Just roll me some dice.
All right, I don't think what was helping, or they would. I just think Marth's in connection hell.
I'm sure he would assist.
All right.
And if not, it's only like you lose a boost die or something.
Nice.
Extra 1. So I get
One setback dice. As in, that's the mod you'd clarify.
Yeah, it's extra black. Yeah, it's just 2 of the same. So. That'd be 0, 10. So.
That is technically a failure.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we got 1.
I forgot to add the success and the advantage, so it'd be just 10.
That is technically a failure. So, Camo can only do so much to improve the new locks you've put in.
Yep.
I've probably not broken anything, but it's just nah.
Oh no, yeah, it's not fucked, but the like you didn't break the attachment, but your technical knack at modding things has been tapped out. You cannot improve these locks anymore.
If need
It's
be,
an
we
upgrade on
just...
computers and Skullduggery to access 2 upgrades, sorry, to gain unauthorized access to the ship, and then also a setback die.
Still pretty good.
So,
Yeah, that's good.
Also, it also applies to the computers.
Yeah, I said computers and Skullduggery. So this is basically anybody who attempts to open doors does not.
It might come in handy.
Yeah, I mean it does not stop a breach, but it does mean that basically your locks are nigh unpickable, both mechanically and electronically. There is possibly some grumbling amongst the men about having to remember the passkey. Yet another password they all have to remember and write down on sticky notes on their bunks, but otherwise, yes.
I would say I noticed that
Actually, no, you know what they do? They have the sticky notes. They put them at the top of their helmet, so anytime they need to remember a password, they just pull off their helmet, look at the top. It's like, there it is. All right, so
It's all right, Loth. Just now that Boots has a new thing to remember. He has to remember the passcodes to Sierra Mobile because you bought new locks.
All right, so we do not have the onboard amenities unit right now. I will. Actually, does Google Docs have strike-through right now?
They do.
Yeah, it does.
It's just you have to go to.
Yeah, it's in a format. Or
do it in a
you
format
could
of
remember what the shortcut for it is.
Yes, Alt-Shift-5. I'm going to remember that so easier besides, Control-U and Control-I and Control-B.
Yeah, so I use strike through a lot for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression documents. I always do it manually. I do not remember the shortcut.
Alt-Shift-5.
But okay.
Jesus. All right.
I mean, I can say
The key they had available. All right, let us work on short sale. We've been here for about an hour. Makes sense. We may or may not roll dice tonight, but I suspect. Well, you've already rolled dice. You know what I mean. We'll see how long this takes.
Commence.
I have some stuff to pitch for you.
Yes.
Commence planning. So, short sail is a little bit more complex because you have to account for your infantry. You should deploy. My minimum level is you should deploy at least a company worth of soldiers, if not bringing a whole battalion worth, like the entire Swamp Dogs, which you can do. You can bring the whole Soul of Recon battalion because none of those guys are attached on other ops.
I might as well.
Even
Wait,
your
how many
special
dudes is
forces. So yeah, it's in the. I double check. I will give everybody a link. But so Soul of Recon battalion is 576 troopers under Major Shark. Broken into 4 companies, and you have your HQ platoon.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna take them all. I can't stuff them all in Sierra Mobile, but I'll figure out.
No, but you can figure this out. So, it sounds like a solid plan. You're gonna bring all the Swamp Dogs in some form or another. So the easiest way is you have approximately a company's worth of lat HB landing boats, about 20 of them, which hold 6 guys per, I think, or 9. So you can hold a company's worth, roughly like 140 guys. You can deploy these guys directly to the shore.
Right.
So you can put guys in boats. That's one company of guys. I assume you want to put probably at the... Well, actually, that is a good question. Because depending on things, you might want to put your actual Sierra company, which is your motorized rifle company, in Sierra Mobile. Because those guys are... Sierra is the company you guys have worked closely with. Those guys are the guys that you have been training to like ride in vehicles with you and decamp from them. So I don't know if you want to actually send them on the aquatic assault. You still have access to uniform company and could rotate in a couple of other guys. I'll let you ponder that one yourself.
Yeah. What was the motorized guy's name again?
That's Sierra.
Sierra.
But Sierra also has access to an ATTE company, and we'll get into armor in a second as well. What's the max cap of Juggernaut?
The Juggernaut? Let me double check.
Up to 300, yeah. So you can easily, even with your config, you can easily cram an entire company into Sierra Mobile.
Sorry, I'm looking at the dock.
Yep. So, like I said, you have a company's worth of landing boats. Additional support. We'll need additional transport. So, you guys have access to the captured Namu-class sub. I've talked about. They've removed its missile batteries, but it's still got its mining equipment, and it has enough space in its internal base to hold up to 200 guys. So you could cross-company some guys from Octopus, one of your special operations platoons, and basically load them up in dive gear, and you could have a submersible full of dive troopers to just go out in the bay. You have also submersibilized Sierra Mobile, so you could do dive troopers that way as well. Tree Frog Company is your jump platoon. Jump company. Those guys could just be armed with jetpacks, and you guys could have lats fly them towards the cliff and jump out. They would be vulnerable to anti-air, and you know that there is some of that to worry about. But this would give you a much more rapid form of advance and different attack angles on the enemy. You could deploy more guys out of Soul of Recon Battalion SRB, either through just traditional Lat-I or Lat-LE gunships. You could have gunships drop them off on the beach. That would be risky, but possible. Drop them off on the cliff top, whatever. Or you could start conscripting wave speeders and civilian cargo boats. Just be like, hello, we are the Republic. We require your boat. So you could get access to civilian cargo boats and wave speeders. They have this, including, if you want to spend more of the ops budget, for 500 credits a pop, you can paramilitarize them, which gives them armor, makes them tougher but less maneuverable, and does give them a medium laser turret. So each civilian vehicle would hold 15 guys. So for what, like a company, 140-ish divided by 15. So you need about 10 basically to hold a company's worth.
So I need 10 for a company. Okay.
Yeah, you have one company's worth of your own landing boats.
Yes.
You can fit a company's worth of guys inside Sierra Mobile. You can also fit a company's guys worth in the Namu class sub, but those would have to be specialists, dive gear.
Yeah, so yeah, let's I'll take HQ excuse me. Do I want the motorized rifle company with me? Yeah, I'll take Sierra Motorized and the HQ the platoon with me in Sierra Mobile. We'll put the let's see here.
I mean, if you want to go maximum high speed, low drag, you could throw Sosog, your special ops company, in the landing boats. Throw commandos and arc troopers at the problem.
Yeah, we'll do that with the landing boats, and then we'll bring up the rear. I'll militarize. What would you say? 10?
Yeah,
I'll militarize 10. I'll stick uniform company in that.
All right.
So that's. Hang on, I'm trying to think of numbers
5K.
we got here. So we got. So that's. Well, HQ Deploon is basically not really my personal guard, but it's the fucking guys that stay on the fucking mobile. But that's still.
They are you and the officer's security and your support and logistics.
Yeah. So. Well, actually, I guess it just leaves. Lightning.
Well, Lightning Squadron is your armored detachment, and we will discuss armor in a second.
Yeah, I'll leave that, but let's see. That's still like 144, 100. That's like...
Basically, the difference between company and battalion is a mass combat die. I'm pretty sure you're going to hit the extra dice.
Okay, then yeah. I think that's probably good enough then. For right now.
All right,
Hang on,
so...
I gotta shell out the fucking 5K, though, real quick.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I am bartering these boats. Don't worry, I will make them better.
Yeah.
Ma, the boat's got a gun now. About time.
This probably means that you've basically bankrolled your first PDF Navy.
Why not? Let's see here. So let me scroll down there. Oh yeah, so we're down to 52K, by the way.
Listen, war isn't cheap.
It is not. Oh wait, no. 50K. I forgot to subtract for the amphib. All right, so infantry and the transportation has been decided. Yay.
Let's also discuss some extra gear.
Yeah.
You've got some wiggle room. Your SRB units, like Sierra and Uniform and stuff, have, they are not equipment specialists, so they have free gear.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be carrying, most of their squads will be carrying normal shit, DC-15A carbine, combat knife, a frag, and an EMP grenade each. Each squad has one heavy weapon taking the form of a marksman or a squad automatic weapon.
Yes.
Officers will have either a sidearm pistol or a sidearm shotgun. You can, they will have predisposed their specialist additions to crewmen as needed. Whether they have engineers, comms, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they have some extra gear you can take. You can outfit broadly for some different possible opportunities for some mass combat stuff. So,
okay.
You could arm all your troops with ascension cables and grappling hooks, allowing them to ascend vertically more easily. This will let them, more easily do the beach assault and flank enemies.
There are
but
a lot
is
of clips
mostly
out
just
there.
a mobility. You could arm them with environmental gear, including small oxygen tanks. It will make them all completely amphibious, but it will make it so that they can be submerged underwater for extended periods, so you don't need to worry about any of your vehicles sinking or anything like that. You could give everybody. These are all, by the way, these are single pip options. Pick one.
Oh, only one.
You can arm everybody with, more sensor gear, portable scanners and electro binoculars. This will let you be better able to, detect enemy positions and vulnerabilities, look out for ambushes, aid friendly artillery.
Mm-hmm.
You can arm everybody with targeting scopes to increase their long-range accuracy, but decrease their close quarters accuracy. Basically, your long-range engagements, you get a boost die, but in short, you get a penalty die there.
Mm-hmm.
You may not want to go that way. You are planning on a close quarters assault in line, but you might think about it. You could arm everybody with arc welders and fusion torches. This would let you maintain allied vehicles and offer repairs easier. So this would mean lower attrition of your vehicles, and they actually allow you to undertake certain repairs during the actual combat. So less need to worry about your vehicles blowing up. And you could also just go with the simple and shell out for everybody to carry extra back to capsules. So prevents attrition of personnel. Could possibly be used to heal allies in a pinch. For instance, on the mass combat table, characters who are commanding may take wounds or critical injuries that you could help fix.
Yeah, let's go back to capsules.
All right. Everybody load up on your Bacta capsules. So everybody is located with extra medicine. So the second to... Well, next to last one more major thing that I know you guys wanted to do. I remembered it. I wrote it down. Let's talk about short sales, armor detachment, cavalry.
Yeah.
So you guys have some options. Now, you have access to, with this battalion, you have access to a maximum of 12 LAT sea cargo carriers, which carry normally 12 vehicles on their own. Basically, Sierra Company has an ATE for.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably haul in another 12, but that would be cross-posting them from a different battalion. Basically, you'd have to
let's not.
mix. If you need to bring more than 12 vehicles, you could corral more civilian barges, which can carry up to a platoon of vehicles each, but are going to be big and fucking slow.
Let's not.
All right. So the obvious thing is you have the carriers, the air carriers, the cargo craft. You have access to the ATTEs. You could bring ATTE walkers with you. They are fully sealed. They can operate underwater, though their weapons will not be firing very well. And they are armed with ascension cables and mag locks. They can ascend the cliff face. They're slow, though, so they may be vulnerable to counterattacks, but they will be very useful if you run into any armored element. Sierra Company has access to 12.
Let's take all 12.
So, all right. Load them up in the LAT Cs as well.
Yep.
All right, so just airdrop. So you have access to all of Lightning Squadron's stuff if you want them. So they have... Would it be fair to say you're going to bring both of the repulsor tank divisions, the 2 platoons of Falchion and Saber tanks?
Do we have room for them?
Well, you would... I guess, do you want to barge them over? They are repulsor craft. This means that you don't have to worry about that narrow trench in the middle. Because, Sierra Mobile is a wheeled vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Probably ramp over the shoals. You've got suspension.
Mm-hmm.
But they can cross over water as well. The Falchion tanks are heavy cavalry, so they're armed with ion cannons. They're good for enemy vehicles and air support. But they're pretty bulky. Saber tanks are medium or light tanks. They have a variety of fighting weapons and can carry troops sitting on the sponsons, so they can actually, ride guys on the outside. 2 platoons of those you can access. You also have access to, because you're bringing Uniform Company infantry support platforms, ISPs are light cavalry fan boats. They can be loaded out with a variety of weapon systems and are minimal crewed, so you can float them out to the enemy. But obviously you need to... repulsor vehicles will need to be ferried closer because they cannot cross the ocean. They're not designed for that.
I'm liking the idea of the infantry support platform. I'm just trying to think of how we're going to ferry them across.
You could fit all of them on a single barge.
Yeah, if we only have to deal with one barge, that might be okay.
All right, so you have one big boy barge that can haul all 12 ISPs with. They'll be loaded with a mix of items because they can be armed with beam cannons, twin lasers, missile pods, even.
I'll let
support.
whoever's crewing them pick their flavor.
They will associate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want some, you would need another barge. But if you want some extra spice, you could call up Beta Artillery Company. They have access to unstable terrain assault transports, UTAT Trident tanks, which are literal artillery tanks. They are armed with artillery turbo lasers and ion bomblets, and also act as troop transports. But that would require you to get another battalion involved and get another barge. Are you comfy with just?
Nah.
You have one heavy cavalry walker who are submersible, so you can just airdrop them close to the shore and have them walking. And you have infantry support aircraft to basically to cover your guys as they go in. So,
no, I think we're good. Yeah.
All right. So our rough plan is you've got Sierra Mobile, which is loaded up with the Sierra Rifle Division, ready to disgorge from there. Once you get closer, you're going to have Sierra's walkers drop in with you as well to basically form an armored department. Mm-hmm. You've got your actual militarized landing boats loaded with clone commandos and ARC troopers. That will be a very fun time for somebody on that beach, I'm sure. And then you've got uniform writing in the back there.
Yep.
And bringing on their ISP guys. You probably, if you want all of uniform boots on ground, you probably need to rotate in a couple of guys from Lightning to crew the ISPs. But that's fine.
Yeah,
that's one barge, 10 civilian craft, and about 20 landing boats. Mm-hmm. With Redeemer on air support. Yeah. And also possibly some Garbo.
Listen, if
Flat Seas exist. They've got.
Listen, if playing for Redeemer is if they get air support, Redeemer's just gonna start trying to fire, just taking pot shots and just try and keep them.
Fuck your air support.
Just kind of keep them from focusing on us.
All right, so the next unit, the last bit of the planner. Mm-hmm. So, you've been talking about this off mic. I mentioned you have the Trident assault ships. You've captured about half a dozen. You've captured a shitload of B1 droids in storage, which could be reprogrammed. Usually, you demolition them or send them as trainers, but you've got them in spares. So each Trident would require a few droids to operate them, but you could carry 30 troops inside. So basically, with all 6, you have the equivalent of a company of B1s.
I would like to basically get them all reprogrammed because I want to send them in first.
All right. So I need somebody to roll me a hard computers check to hack those droids.
Boots. It's my time to shine.
Yeah. So this is what Boots is actually doing. All of this is Aramaa is just like, Boots, I need you to hack. And just days and days of just reprogramming droid modules.
For the Republic. Roger.
Yep, okay.
They did on camera. They have actually used converted droids.
How hard are they?
Hard.
Shoot the flankers. Roger.
How hard are they? Meaning, get the difficulty, but I said hard what it was. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway.
Trace. All right, you have succeeded. Not particularly flashily, but you have many, many B1 droids to, salute you. Call you sir. It's a little weird.
I have done the bare minimum. Nothing fancy.
Boots is like, heathen magic.
So, basically, you already have your plan, but I wrote in my notes you could use them in 2 ways. You could use them either as a full-blown amphibious assault shock roll. Mm-hmm. So soften up the enemy, basically adding an extra phase to mass combat to soften up enemy assets. But you decided you were going to do the scarier way, which is use a Discord tactic. Basically, you were going to fake these guys retreating ahead of your advance, yelling to home, "Oh my God, we're being attacked!" Mm-hmm. And then let us in, and they're going to dock and dump a company's worth of allied droids to you into their main base, which will severely hamper their great response. But when you do this check, it will mean that because he is the one who programmed them to lie, Boots will have to make a deception check to see how well they act.
No! My weakness!
But if you succeed, that'll probably be that the enemy's shit will be really fucked up for a combat phase, because what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, they would be confused from that.
So we've only gone for about an hour and a half. Okay, that went by a lot faster. Any other short sail pre-prep things you need to take care of?
No.
No.
I'm not
Wait a
hearing
second,
yes.
me and Omega already hashed out how I'm gonna airdrop fucking Sierra Mobile from the Redeemer. So rules on that are okay. We
Fully
got
amphibious.
Yep, I got the amphibious just for this. Just for this. Just for this.
I mean, it's. I will tell you, since I told you about like they're gonna have your boys on the surface will have to worry about it, but Sierra Mobile will not have to worry about those enemy missiles because missiles do not fly goo underwater.
No.
You cannot fire hypersonic munitions below the waterline.
So it's a little unorthodox, but yeah, no. By basically dropping us in the water and literally driving up onto the beach, rising from the waves like fucking Poseidon.
Yeah.
It'll give us a good advantage.
Basically, the only thing they can do to counterattack you is they can send aqua droids at you. But you just upgraded the security as well, so aqua droids will have to try very hard to get inside your rolling command vehicle.
What's the base difficulty to open?
I think it's usually well, it depends on the quality. You already had a military vehicle, so it would be like 2 or 3, and now they get 2 upgrades on it and a setback. It's bad, very bad. Guess what? Aqua droids don't have skullduggery and computers, so
No, they swim good.
So we got.
So your armor element will probably be okay, but your combat plan should be ready to take into account what you're going to do about that air barrage.
I had a joke that like you're gonna strike like Poseidon. Like,
the best thing we could probably do about air is probably. Do we have any? What can we do about the air assault?
Well, you already have your Lat Cs who are gonna, hot drop your walkers. They are technically still gunships. They are armed with, forward lasers and missiles. They could do a pass, but that might mean they get blown up. The easiest thing, this is spoilers for the actual phase, that is in phase 1 of short sail. The easiest thing would probably just to have your assault be covered by having the Redeemer just do a bombardment at the top of the cliff.
That's what I figured.
Some bits of the cliff might fall off, but a light cruiser does beat a company of Hailfire tanks.
Yeah, we'll just do that then.
I wouldn't have guessed.
All right, so
no, I think it's everything then.
All right, well, since we've only been doing this for like an hour and a half, let's take a quick break and then we'll get to it.
Huh. Okay.
All right, I have paused the recording. Back.
And I will pause my recording as well and be right back. All right. It goes again.
Okay, I will unpause the audio. Just double check if everybody's back, but I guess we're okay.
Yep. We go again.
All right. Well, let's hope everybody here. We're doing the thing. X?
Oh, X. I didn't think about
Yes.
X. There is.
I was here.
thinking of
I
everybody.
was just checking some other things, so I was like, I'm just waiting till everyone was here. So I was like, I just didn't notice.
Yep. All right. Okay. Well, we're going.
go.
Let's get to it then. All right. This is where we have our big boy war sequence.
Yes.
We have the Broken River element. All taking off from the science base. Bombers taking off. Your planetary bombers, your escorts, and everything just taking off in giant wings into the sky. Probably backlit by the sunrise or sunset or something because you guys are going to be flying, nearly 12 hours to cross a continent and an ocean. Probably flying very high and stuff. Meanwhile, I've been picturing that short sails elements, you guys all rally up at that fob you set up at Mount Ironpaw.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's on the shore, and so you have fan boats being loaded onto a flat top barge. You've got civilian boats probably crewed by PDF troopers and locals, local sea captains. With clones piling into them. Everybody's double checking. You have medics walking in between the guys, handing out your back to capsules.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you get 2 back to capsules. It's not 1 for now, 1 for later. You get 2 for the whole operation. Guys pocket them, checking ammo. Your clone commandos in their Katarn class commando armor are, dead silent as they fall into their, 4 and 8 man cells in the boats, just suited up, go. You've got Sierra Mobile is, packed with guys, all waiting and ready to go. You're watching everything from your command control as you're loaded up into the Redeemer to actually fly you over there. ATTEs are maintained and crewed, and everybody sets off. So, to make sure that synchronization works, actually, I should just double check with the bomb crew where everybody is sitting. Obviously, you guys can move around in combat and maneuver, but let's double check. So you've got 4 crew slots.
Yeah.
You have pilot, co-pilot, 1 engineer, and 2 weapon techs. So operating turrets or bombing. So what position is everybody riding in?
Okay. Well, let's see here. Right in,
Yes, Marth?
I'll probably in the pilot. I would say pilot.
I'll probably do sub-pilot then. Or co-pilot.
Pilot, co-pilot.
Is there any weapons control from that point or no?
Oh yeah. So the weapons. This is my slightly modified. Your weapons systems. You can see this on the. This will fit, right? Discord. Okay. There's the blurb from your that I slightly.
Putting that into my notes.
So you have wingtip mounted and forward mounted light lasers. The pilot and co-pilot can access those.
Okay.
And then you have
auto blasters.
The auto blaster turrets are mounted by weapon crew. So, Boots, do you want to take the dorsal or the ventral, top or bottom ball turret?
I'll take the bottom ones, actually. You never know.
So Boots is tucked into the bottom-mounted turret, which I think is that bubble at the front.
Right, and then there's those ventral-mounted proton bomb bays.
That's where your engineer is actually operating.
Okay.
Basically, judging on we had the concept art before, so there's a ball turret in the back where you've got an NPC. You've got the ball turret in the front, like at the end of the corridor. So Boots is all the way in the nose of the ship. That's not going to be fun for stuff later. And you guys are basically stacked, 3 deep in the cockpit. Wevu is sitting up front most. Camo is behind her, and then behind you guys is the actual engineer who's, got the bomb bay door controls and stuff. All right, so I need one of you guys on this crew to give me an average astrogation check to actually navigate and coordinate your flight.
Well, I have astrogation.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any, so I guess just take unskilled bonus for help for me.
Yep, he's your co-pilot. He's assisting.
All right, what is my astrogation again? Since it's been so long.
Because you guys are flying, like I said, a full 12-hour shift, probably. Okay. Actually, this is a good coordination point. What time of day is the strike supposed to happen? What are our watches synchronized on?
Do you want to do the crack of night or the crack of dawn?
I think.
Honestly, we're going in 4, so doing things at night doesn't really matter. Once shit hits the fan,
So
dawn, sunlight behind you.
Yeah, sunlight.
Yeah, sunlight behind us.
So you guys will literally be flying through the night to arrive by sunbreak.
Okay, and this was an average roll?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll add 1 boost from Camo.
It also probably makes it easier for us to hide that we're moving by scale. Slightly.
All guys have canceled out.
Pain Pecco.
Pain Pecco begins. It begins, guys. So it's no threat, no additional failures. You don't get super lost, but you guys are flying high altitude, literally flying through the night. You get a little bogged down. You're a little slow. So technically, Arama's operation will go off first. I would like now all of you player characters to make me a hard resilience roll to avoid fatigue because you guys are going to be up for a while.
Okay, do I have any boosts?
Thank you.
What skills do I even
Oh,
have?
sorry, I meant the bomb crew. This is still for short sale. You don't have to roll anything.
Oh,
You're fine.
okay.
No.
You can
Wait.
you Aramaa get to nap on the way.
Oh, that's right.
You get a lovely ride. You do have to be up at dark 30, but you get lovely boat rides you don't have to be awake for.
I'm good. I'm ready. I've done worse.
All right.
The other
Wevu is
day.
wide awake. Boots is wide awake. Everybody's awake. All right. Boots brought the calf pot with him.
And my dented coffee mug of victory.
I mean, it did say you have room for 2 or 3 encumbrance in your flight bag, so I don't know. You might be able to bring a food prep station.
I hope
How
you
light is
brought
that?
at least The med kit.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have organized your inventory. Like I said, ranged light or melee sidearms only, and like I said, 2 or 3 encumbrance worth of shit. Wevu is already established. She is just carrying her lightsaber and a grav chute.
Yeah.
Just in
Okay.
case.
And I
Though
got a
there is-
lightsaber built, that's all.
Yeah. And this thing is equipped with an escape craft. You have an ejection pod in case of emergencies.
Is it fair if I probably do I probably just do my pistol, the
Mhm.
Bascad, and then can I bring the jetpack?
Yeah, you can fit your jetpack. That's
Yeah.
your drop chute.
Yeah.
It's like what,
I guess
E2, ain't it?
It's actually E3 because it's a Z6. So.
You might be a little cramped. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not comfy riding it. You probably have it like off your back next to your chair on most of the flight. But
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
yeah. Well, you were not taking that DC-15A. That is a ranged heavy weapon.
Yeah.
Shit.
You cannot fit even a carbine with your bayonet on this thing. This is a flight vehicle.
I do have that special knife. But
In which case, I'll just take the the thermic knife.
Right.
Wait.
Pops his knife off. He takes that just in case.
Yeah.
That is not uncommon for flight gear.
Yeah.
And you bring your med kit, gym system. Got it. And your coffee, of course.
should probably bring. I'm probably gonna bring the multi-optic sight. Just me.
What?
I'm just gonna bring some like my scopes and my.
Even on 200%, I can barely hear you.
Okay, sorry. I just.
B.
I
I caught that second. Though. You got you're gonna swap some optics onto your gun, your pistol.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the multi-optic sight on my pistol.
That's fair enough. It's a little clunky, but like I said, you have both a flight bag and obviously you can sit, so you're fine.
Yeah, let's see. E0, bandolier. Put stuff in bandolier.
I will not force you 3 to roleplay your 12-hour flight through the night.
How's your day going?
Let's sit here for
Guys,
12 hours talking about things.
Alright, just put the multi-tool in the belt and the bandolier, and then okay, cool. I don't need to bring any
Hey
bombs.
guys, you remember the last time we went out on operation without Aramaa? How that turned out?
I'd rather not remember.
That was good.
I agree then. Enough.
There are many things I regret.
That was
Tubes
good.
upon-
YouTube, do you not
Maybe one of
understand
them.
what a lat is? God damn it. Has nobody really? I was gonna like get the LAT like engine sound for our bed.
Lad, did you mean Lassie?
It's just when I type LAT, it's like, do you mean last flight? No, you motherfucker! Don't autocorrect me. How dare you?
I know what I want.
I told you what I'm searching for. You know YouTube. So no, I cannot find it in for. But
Can I-
y'all know what I mean.
I'm gonna.
So yeah, it's just you guys are just night sky clouds. This is why you rolled astrogation. You were navigating by the stars. You were in the upper atmosphere.
Yeah, okay.
Could I
you know,
put like
Once you guys actually leave the coast, this is probably like complete radio silence. You know, passive sensors only.
Yeah.
So for some of you, this is probably like anxiety-inducing. For others, you know, Boots just gets to like take a nap in the front cargo, the front turret, and just be like, sip.
Yep.
So you guys have done all that stuff. All right. So it's actually me formatting. Actually, no. I'll come back to you guys because you guys are late.
Mhm.
So you know, Aramaa, your trip is slightly different. You are in Sierra Mobile, which is loaded to the gills with, you know, Sierra Company troopers out of Swamp Dogs. you have the entire battalion command element with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have, Major Shark, you have the captain of Sierra Company, Captain Klez. You also have, assuming you don't want to like make him stay home, you can also would have Commander Bricks with you as well.
Yeah.
Your actual clone. Yeah, so like you have your full officer corps here. Everybody is just watching the holo display. You guys are all bunked up in Sierra Mobile, which is inside the Redeemer. You are, thanks to the power of the theater command and control suite, you are plugged into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You have feeds from the Redeemer's bridge. You have feeds from the Sierra Mobile crew. You're in communication over your tactical network with the landing craft and the civilian boats as well. The barge full of guys. The cargo trooper, and you guys are just moving in a big old blob through the night. Dawn comes. Yeah, no. Basically, I think we probably start with you, and it's basically like you are, nearing the point of no return. You're coming up on the enemy sensor range, and Major Shark hands you a datapad report, and points out the elements of. You guys really do need the bomber squadron needs a name because you've got Tiger and Shade. What are you guys' command element called?
Auto Squad.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Auto Squad, why not?
Yeah, so Otter, you see on your map display, you've got Otter, Tiger, and Shade there, and they are somewhere still in the upper atmosphere. They're not actually ready to make their final approach on target.
If we just didn't have that blank, it's like, man.
Well, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
But Aramaa will sigh and be all like, well, I guess the glory of first blood goes to us. Hand back the data pad and it's all, and just.
So go ahead and to make sure your logistics have gone out without a hitch, roll me hard no warfare.
Hard no warfare.
This force particular? No, you're just taking it. You went out of your way to avoid cross contamination.
Yes.
This is all one element moving together. So it is just hard warfare to make sure that you are all logistically organized.
Fucking, I'll activate my neural band.
Hey. All right. Yes. Transport is perfectly disciplined. Everybody is loaded. Everybody knows where their fucking gear is. Nobody is on the wrong boat. It has gone according to plan.
Huzzah.
Your NCOs have sore knife hands, but they have correctly yelled at everybody into the appropriate position. And so we are going to go ahead and start with short sail. You are on phase 1, fire on the shore. And so as you guys cross into enemy sensor range, you are immediately, your tactical alerts go off. The captain of the Redeemer.
Omega, what about the droid, the advanced droid party?
Oh yeah, they're going in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have them. Boots, go ahead and roll me that average deception. See how good it goes off. We'll use that to flavor.
Flavor.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Average, you say?
Yep. Droids are not natural liars, but they are also not natural lie detectors.
Go for
Time
it.
to give Omega some things.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I don't roll a whole lot of dice, but if I do, it'll matter.
Huh.
Triumph. Interesting. Interesting.
Omega, I don't quite know what to do with that, but I'll leave it to your
I'll take it under advisement.
Is that based off, like, Loth stuff? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he programmed them, so
Oh, okay.
that's in my notes. He who reprogrammeth must rolleth.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could have had an NPC do it, and then I'd roll deception. God knows where you'd be at if that happened. But yeah, so like you guys, you tell the droids to go ahead, Aramaa, and the droids are like, oh no, we are being attacked by hostile Republic forces. Please let us in. And basically what you get is you hear the tactical droid commander basically radio them and say, I'm sorry, units, your sacrifice is appreciated. Please throw yourself against the enemy. So basically, your deception plan doesn't work, but because Boots rolled a triumph, they don't believe that these guys are actually subverted units. The enemy commander is just an asshole and chooses to be like, no. he basically goes, "Oh shit, Aramaa is coming," and tells them, "Throw your lives away, block them up." So, you don't get your actual shock effect, but you do have whole amphibious assault's worth of extra droids to throw at them.
Wasn't this like 150?
Yeah, it's like another company worth of B1s. Admittedly, this is literally, by the way, in the mass combat force chart. B1s are worth less than clone troopers in terms of numbers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, the troopers actually trained.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But it's still,
Yeah, it's
yes,
fine.
you have extra. You have your whole extra company coming. So yeah, you are well in strength. So
Bigger
like I
number.
said,
Aren't like clone troopers like better than like average soldiers anyway?
Yeah.
no, not necessarily. In terms of the mechanics, anyway, your clone trooper force size is the exact same as a body of actual like trained rebel troopers or stormtroopers. But B1 battle droids are the equivalent of Imperial Army troopers or civilian militias.
Gotcha.
They are shitty, cheap, disposable troops.
Well,
Hey,
they
listen,
have
whichever,
structure,
whichever
yeah.
one of these survives, I'll make them official company.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Flanker squad.
your weather is good. The sun, crusts over the hill. You're like, go, go, go. Like I said, the sensors light up. Immediately, you start getting, hostile lock reports.
Mm-hmm.
That company of Hailfire tanks just opens up and starts letting loose. You see the tracking lines for missiles just start firing out.
There's a lot of beeping happening right now.
Yeah. The lat cargo walkers are like, weaving side to side, popping flares and stuff.
Mhm.
You probably hear rather than feel very, very distant impacts of a couple of the Hailfire missiles on the shields of the Redeemer. And once you guys get even closer, enemy fortified positions start opening up with repeating blasters. A couple of flak runs start firing. So it is time to start mass combat and knock out those defenses, because those rockets are gonna, if you don't do your counter action, those rockets are gonna tear up your surface level craft. So it's time for mass combat.
Time for mass combat.
Your plan is to use the Redeemer to use main batteries to fire on the cliff.
Yes.
All right. A single cruiser counts as imposing.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's an imposing force. That's three greens.
3 greens. Okay.
You will also, because you are doing an aerial attack, you get a boost die from this.
Boost. Okay. So
I think that is all the things you brought for that.
green,
And
green.
the enemy is a company of tanks, so that adds a... they are also imposing, so that adds 3 purples.
3
There are no further factors.
Are they being commanded? Don't they get upgrades to theirs, or they just?
Yes.
Okay.
So the enemy also has leadership 5.
Okay, very well then. So we are.
They get 5
Oh,
upgrades
boy.
and you get 5 upgrades. So your pools should basically be mirrored, but you have a boost die and they do not offer any setback.
And 2
Also, you get 2 advantages, I think, on this.
Yes.
Right? You did both mods.
Yes.
Yes.
So you
And
get
2
2 free
I can show you
advantages.
that.
And 2 upgrades, which means
And
I
2
have
upgrades.
5 yellow.
Yep.
And then 2 advantage. And guess what? The Force.
Force is what's gonna make or break this, honestly.
Versus should be 4 reds.
3 reds, 2 purple. Because they have them saved.
Oh right, yeah, it's not upgraded. It's pool based. That's right. It's the same thing. Yeah. So
This is gonna get hairy. Let's go.
Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
well, here we go.
Let's
Right.
just make. I actually need to probably bring up the fucking mass combat table now I think about it.
Charts.
Let's see. Here.
dark side might actually be important here.
A little bit.
We're just running out of points because Loth had to use most of them, sadly. It's how it goes.
I mean, hey,
I mean, use them fair. Like, use them for reasonable things. Just
Yeah.
how it goes.
Well, and
probably
because
not.
you don't have your 2 free points, you don't have a lot of excess.
Oh, here we go. Mass combat. Let's see here. Enhance. Enhance. I'm looking at the specific Triumph ones. I'm trying to because we have overwhelmed by the ferocity of the acting force attacks. The enemy is close to abandoning its post. On the next mass combat check, any Triumph generated causes the enemy force to abandon its post and run. That seems a little meh to me.
That would be like the tank unit abandons their post.
Yeah. A notable NPC with the acting force perceives a particular act of heroism. This results in the acting force with a tangible benefit that makes a name for the NPC and the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, this is copied from the Rebel version. The Clone Wars version would say Republic. So.
Republic, yeah. Oh, you know what? It's fucking Valkyr. This is the captain of the ship is Valkyr, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Let's do that. Particular hand of fur. She's gonna super push in the Redeemer to get us a little bit closer and really get those fucking cannons on target. So
yeah, all right.
It's more of a She's probably actually I think this is in her. She's probably a little more reckless, and we're probably closer than we should be. But she's being able to basically put more fire on target because of it. And probably clears out a bit more of the tanks than we were originally planning.
Yeah, so basically what I'm picturing is instead of the smart thing, which would be to pull a broadsides, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys need to launch from the front, she's just like, nope, keep going, flank speed. All ahead full, and just keeps driving the dagger-shaped hull of this thing towards the enemy, physically imposing it over your landers, so even some of the missiles that would normally hit them or fall into the ocean don't. They just bounce off the top hull and just starts a counter bombardment, fire control, gunners high, aim at that cliff head and just, pow, 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 pow.
See it pay off.
You have these big boy, double-barreled, light turbos, or even medium turbos just firing up, blasting the enemy. You got 3 successes? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good value.
Yeah.
Basically, the enemy company is now combat ineffective. They probably have a couple of hailfires left, and obviously have some of their reinforced defenses. But the missile bombardment stops after only a few short minutes, as turbo laser fire and concussion missiles rain down on the top of the cliff. Chunks of it, break off and fall into the bay, causing waves. The Redeemer takes a couple more extra hits. They actually, scrape some of the paint off. Your ride gets a little jostly as they fire on them. But
shields holding.
Yeah, shields hold, and so she basically pulls up short and says, "All right, General, this is your stop."
And so I'll thank the captain, and I'll just yell to the Redeemer cargo crew. It's all like, pull the lever.
Yep.
Bottom
Ramp comes
lever!
down. Driver advance.
Driver, make it flashy.
The two guys in the front are actually no. The two guys in the front are probably wearing those special Spec Ops helmets that have the built-in listening helmets, and just Eurobeat plays. Running in the 90s starts blaring inside as they just pedal to the metal and just. So, you have a good position for this. You're driving out. You succeeded on your mass combat check. Should I roll for clones to pilot it, or nah? Let's have you make a hard leadership check. Right. This is your plan, your order. Let's see if you order them effectively.
Let's see here. So I get a free upgrade for clones, so that's 5 yellow. Hard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 rank of command though, so that's 1 blue. All right.
Let's see how well they take it.
I'll make it 4 and 4.
All right, yeah. So you are now amphibious. This thing is what's your armor, 5?
Let me double check.
You have 50 fucking soak on this thing, basically.
Armor 5, yes.
Yeah. So as you say, because the commander has pulled out a daring plan where they dagger profile fronted towards the enemy, firing guns and missiles all the way, angles the nose down. You guys drive out, lean up so you're not or actually probably lean forward a little so you break up the profile so you're not you pencil dive rather than slam the entire surface tension into the bottom suspension.
Yeah.
And there's you know, a bit of a shake, a loud sploosh, and then just a very muffled clunk. The cockpit, you know, radio's back. We've made contact with the sea floor, General. All lights green.
So, like greens, and I'll call in for a quick check-in of all units. Just make sure nothing got weird happened.
Yep. Everybody calls back. They're all fine. Sosog is, landing boat's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Uniform is like, uniform ready. You call down to the hold. Captain Klez from Sierra is just like, everybody accounted for. Still got all hands and feet, fingers and toes. Probably at this moment as you guys depart is when the Sierra's walkers are dropped. They all check in. Everybody's fine. Your force is ready to do the assault. So let's cut over to Bomber Boys.
Here we go. Oh boy. Here
So,
we go.
Okay.
probably your engineer, taps one of you on the shoulder and is like, "It's coming down the wire. Swamp dogs are making the assaults at the supply base. We gotta get a move on."
Right.
So, let's see. You guys are basically going for speed and accuracy, so stealth is impossible. You have 2 squadrons of fighters surrounding you.
Yeah.
That said, the timing actually works out your way because the enemy will have already started sending air reinforcements to the supply base. So your plan that way will work. They will have to split their squadrons in flight.
Okay.
Basically, the airbase gets a call. Holy shit! There's an armored assault at the supply base, and then they get a call. Holy shit! 2 electric boogaloo. There's a bomber attack on a dam.
That's what I thought. Because honestly, us being late actually worked how I mentally figured. Because they'll be busy thinking to put to one place and then go back there.
The thing means that just your timing doesn't line up. So it'll be interesting how this shakes out. So I'm not gonna have you roll piloting to sneak. You're going out there. You're driving right in. You're gonna, like I said, fly low and slow.
Casual.
Here is the main crux of this. I have statted this thing out. The Jarjon Valley Dam is a SIL 7 target. It has a 100 hull threshold, 2 defense in all areas, and 6 armor. But I believe proton bombs are breach 8. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, breach 8. Damage 7, yeah.
So
70? Or
basically, how this works is you guys will need to either exceed its hull trauma. Basically, you cause it to critically fail and collapse, inflict serious harm to its components with critical hits, and you guys are going to loop 3 mass combat segments over and over until this gets taken care of. Air battle, approach, bombardment.
Okay.
At the end of you succeeding at the bombardment phase, your bomber, one of your gunners, hypothetically, you can have Boots roll this, but he may also with other stuff. Somebody on the crew will roll an easy gunnery check to actually drop bombs. Your bombs are treated as having a linked rating equal to the number of remaining other PTBs, so you currently have 3, so it's linked 2.
Okay.
And depending on how you did on previous combat phases, I will give you guys significant advantages on that.
Okay.
However, because you are flying low, the pilot will need to make a daunting pilot planetary check to avoid colliding.
Oh, right, and that's 2 red.
To your way. 2 reds, 2 perps.
Yeah, and I still, 3 yellow, 1 green, since I never did that cybernetics thing before this.
Yes. So you still got your injury, your shoulder acting up.
Yeah, it says...
I help could actually no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually... So this is the thing I'd like to point out, and I have a menu for this as well as we work on this stuff. So unlike Short Sail, Broken River, the rest of you guys who are not actively fulfilling the command role, and remember, you can freely swap commanders between phases if it makes more sense for, like, Boots to get on the horn and yell at pilots to coordinate. He can take over the rolling command duties while Wevu focuses on, like, flying this thing.
Yeah.
So you guys can switch around.
My thing
is... basically, characters with gunnery can use, like, turrets or lasers to, ward off enemy projectiles and fighters. If you have mechanics, you can actually take moments to, like, stop and fix any incidental damage you guys take. The same could be done with medicine. If one of you guys takes some injuries, Boots could, like, take a pause, run up from the gunnery, and actually heal you. You can use computers to like try and jam enemy comms and sensors and stuff. Even do like discipline or vigilance to do things, piloting for maneuvers, etc. So in phases, it won't just be whoever your commander is rolling, but also you guys the rest of the crew will have opportunities to roll out some stuff. So we're skipping the special ops phase. You guys decided not to do that.
Yep.
I have enough.
So we go to air defense. So basically, you guys actually, you get on station. The sunlight is behind you. You start to lower your approach. You lower level down and down, down. So you're flying, like I said, nape of the earth. Very, very low to the ground. Only dozens of meters between you and the flat surface. You've got your Y-wing bomber detachments kind of in a greater wedge around you. They are already like lining up to get torpedoes on target as you guys approach. Your escorts are kind of the V-wings are kind of like circling around you in an escort formation. But here come the enemy gunships. HMP gunships fly out, and they are reinforced with a chunk of droid tri-fighters that zoom in at freakishly high speeds from over the horizon. Like regroup, and basically your two forces are going to bump into each other.
Okay.
So one of you will act as the commander.
I'll do that.
The enemy force is, because they are combined forces, they are significant. So 2 purples.
2 purples.
The enemy commander only has leadership 4 in this case, so you upgrade it that many times. You guys start with significant because you have combined elements.
Yeah.
So you have multiple squadrons overlaid. But you get a boost die because you picked escorts. You will remove the setback die imposed anyway because the enemy has anti-air because of the theater command system. So Wevu is taking the command role. What do the rest of you want to be doing?
I can do piloting. My question is, I have an XP on me to get 1 and 2 point into gunnery, or a third for piloting, which do you think is more important?
I mean, you can do either.
Well, I'm gonna do some gunnery.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to it later, so...
I don't know. That's on you. What do you think?
Alright.
Sense for your character.
Honestly, I'll get the 2 points in gunnery, because I might need to make some shots later.
Alright, yeah. You've been practicing your gun controls, so, Boots, go ahead and make me an average gunnery check to basically ward off enemy fighters and projectiles.
Average gunnery. Okay, then.
The average. Boots is in the front ball turret. You see droids, shoot droids.
Shoot bang.
You've got auto blaster turrets too, so like you're just pouring blue lasers out.
All with piloting then?
Yeah. So piloting is variable. What do you want to do with piloting? Defensive maneuvers, etc.
Honestly, I guess defensive maneuvers because we need to get closer in. So.
All right. So go ahead and roll. Would be that daunting check I mentioned, because you're a big boy. 2 reds, 2 purples.
Okay.
And your handling is -1. -2.
Ah, shit.
I had
Okay.
2 blacks.
None of them are able to do this, but...
Yeah, the enemy has leadership.
Okay, and so 2 greens upgraded. No, 2 perps upgraded 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3 reds, I think. No, wait. Yes.
No, it'd be 2 reds, 2 purples.
Well, let's actually double check the mass combat how it says
It's
about
3.
it's upgraded device. The dice pool is upgraded a number of times equal to the actors commanding leaderships in leadership. So yeah, it's not like a skill check.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, so it is the force the 2 purples and then upgraded 4 times.
I'm probably
So
not
that
able
would
to
be
make
3
this
red.
piloting check. We'll see if this
Yeah,
goes.
okay. Alright, 5 upgrades, so that's... Yeah, okay. And let's
Red
see
power
what
boost
you
die
guys
because you have
do.
escort.
And blues. And...
But
Advantage.
don't roll until Axe rolls, because
Yeah, I'll
I'm
wait.
not able to make this because it's like...
I mean you don't have to. You can contribute in other ways.
Yeah.
that's 2 purples.
What kind of other stuff? Like I said, there's some skill checks here you could do. This is the air battle, keep in mind, so.
I mean, I don't have like much for Noah because it's for nowhere for that be just like
Mechanics
Me.
right now.
Rather
there's that
than
right now, yeah.
just whatever you guys want to do to assist.
We're doing a bombing run, so I've
You guys can, I mean, you can use gunnery to ward off enemy attacks, but Boots has already taken care of that.
yeah.
Yep.
You don't want to do mechanics or medicine yet. You could use computers to jam enemy comms and sensors.
Can't do that sadly.
You could spot for enemy ordnance or organize controlled fire, so you could make discipline or vigilance to basically keep everybody under control.
Gotcha.
Piloting would be, as noted, wacky or defensive maneuvers, which are situational. And of course, anything else you can think of that makes sense.
I mean, I can do defensive maneuvers, but like, would the piloting check be the check for avoid collision or something else?
Yes, it's the piloting check.
Okay.
Wait a second.
It is that you are at speed in a
Okay.
big boy vehicle.
Okay, let's just go for it.
2 upgrades. All right. Failure, but no threat or anything. You don't really make any significant impact on the vehicle.
And
You keep under control, but can't really do any fancy flying while Wevu, pauses to belt out orders. Wevu, I would like
these
to...
purples have been insane recently
Okay.
this session.
And right, Loth already did his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Correct.
Ha!
Yeah.
The fuck? Okay.
I don't have the force heal. I don't have the general force juice to help me.
Wait, you don't have that's your pilot check. You don't have the enhanced upgrade for force on?
This
No,
is
it's not a
mass
pilot check, it's
combat.
mass
Oh, mass combat. That's right. Dar.
Yeah. So that's Wevu rolling mass combat, and
My
the
bad.
dice are gnarly tonight. All right, so
Failures, holy shit. Yeah.
all right, you rolled successes, so there's there.
Significant
So-
failure.
Yeah. Well, you don't fuck up the approach. It's pretty easy. So, you guys are flying along. But I think especially with the fact that, like I said, Axe did not roll any significant success on that defensive maneuvers. You guys actually, take some air-to-air fire. Let me see. What's the medium laser? Also, what is your rating? I think you're armor 2. Armor 3. Okay. Well, now Axe will have something to do to fix some things because we're gonna break some stuff.
Yeah, because it's like I
Yeah.
feel like none of us could. Now I feel like we're completely incapable of doing this. But we'll see how this goes.
Golly gee willikers, Axe. You need to find a healthy medium between we will definitely succeed and oh no, we will definitely fail.
No, it's like I didn't notice. Oh wait,
We're all
these
gonna
things are
die!
actually- I'll Sloth, shut up.
First of all, you won't die. At worst, the you will crash and have to botch the operation. But
No,
I don't
I
think
guess
you're
with
there
it-
yet.
I guess my situation is where if I don't know how. Never mind. Whatever. It's fine.
Hey, sometimes the dice just say "fuck you."
I mean, the dice that time definitely said "fuck you." That was a very
Yeah.
weighted to not succeeding check.
Mhm.
Okay,
I guess
so-
I just think of like I don't. I can't put this into words in a simple way.
well, you got a way to work on it because I have to roll dice now.
I don't think some of us are properly equipped or skilled to consistently handle, I guess, the difficulty ahead of us.
Yes, you are. You guys have 5 bajillion AXP. You're fine. All right, that's not enough to crit. So you guys take your vehicle
look at
takes.
the
Somebody track this. I posted your total health threshold and shit earlier.
Yeah, I'm okay. That's
Your vehicle takes. That's a heavy laser cannon hit from a tri-fighter. So that's 8 damage.
Do we have any
8
defenses
damage.
or no?
My
No, you have no shields.
3 armor,
Magic.
so that's going to be 5 out of the 15.
So that's a pretty decent hit. Pew, pum, pum, pum. Laser blasts. Bounce off your cover. A couple of the V-wings actually take some hits, and the pilots are like, "Oh, we're going down. Gotta punch out." Pew, pew.
Okay, I got still
So,
6
I get to
damage.
fixing it.
You guys
'cause,
better call your CSAR. The guys picked up.
Yep.
But all right, so we will come back to you in a second.
I still have 6 advantage.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you should resolve that. So
Yeah, before you try to skip it.
true. Yep. I had to figure out how to handle the failure. That's right. So yes, you're right. You have advantage. We got the chart.
Okay, I have the charm. Okay. Don't think any of the 1 advantage Genos will talk really good here right
You guys
now.
have any?
I'm gonna upgrade and downgrade, I guess, or upgrade twice.
I'm looking at the previously unnoticed geo. We're high up in the sky that we're fighting. Is there anything really that's unnoticed that would even provide a downgrade on
high up
them?
in the sky?
Are we?
Well, yeah, you guys are making your approach down to be at nape of the earth, so you could notice some stuff. It's
Okay, so
trees.
Maybe there's a thick
oh
you
yeah,
can hide in, or something like, oh shit, hide.
oh yeah, I could actually do that twice, or is there another good one that could do it as well on top of that? Lear makes a rousing speech. That would actually make me have 4 yellows.
2 upgrades. Feature would downgrade the difficulty, so that would get you a purple.
Yeah.
You got 6. You could do both.
Yeah, I think I'll do both. So the rousing speech and knows something that.
So yeah. It's early morning. Let's say you notice that this is something that Camo wouldn't have noticed in his operation because he was mostly during the day to nighttime. There's fog rolling up the delta, so you guys have a fog bank you can hide in for cover. And despite the fact that you're taking hits, Wevu actually, you get on the horn and are like, I don't know what Wevu's usually pretty stoic. I don't know what she says to the men to reinforce them, but she says something, short and poignant.
It's like short point is like,
don't die.
We're being bettered, but we'll get through this.
It is a speech or a cunning plan, so it also get either works.
Yeah.
Fly towards the fog bank.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you got a little roughed up, but you're moving ahead. So we cut back to the next phase of short sail.
Yes.
Phase 2, counterattack. Basically, the enemies realize that you're about to land a fuck ton of dudes on their shore. And are going to counter-assault. They are going to send submersible support craft and patrol boats and large numbers of aqua droids out to actually fight you and punch you.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
this means
did I ever specify that we were taking the fucking Namu out with the fucking...
No, you did not actually. You skipped that one.
Fuck it. Don't forget.
Your guys are in you've got the forces loaded in Sierra Mobile instead.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I meant to, but whatever. Yeah,
basically, aqua droids with their amphibious weapons are gonna swim up to you and try and climb on landing boats and barges, and your clones are gonna have to fight in CQC. So,
yeah,
the enemy force is staggering. Four purples.
4 perps.
And they add a setback die, which you remove, but they would because they have environmental specialization. You, though, have a big boy army, so your total force is currently vast, which is 5D.
Jesus.
5D, you say?
Does that mean you have 6 yellows because 2 upgrades?
Can it go up to 6 on like this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then very well then. It will go up to 6. The enemy commander is also 5, right?
So he would have 4 reds and 1 purple. And you ignore the setback die, but don't forget your extra advantage. As basically you start getting reports, Clank is in the water! Shoot him, shoot him!
I get on the horse, they better stay in the water! And...
you hear over the civilian net, on the barge and stuff, the local PDF guys are shouting, "Prepare to repel borders! Don't let him get on the boat!"
Get off my boat!
You probably even hear aqua droids tapping at the outside of Sierra Mobile. Tink 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 tink. Candygram.
Wait, what was that?
You got to roll.
Candygram. I forgot the roll on that. Good job, me.
Very old Saturday Night Lives.
I just think of Blazing Saddles. Holy shit.
Wow.
If you put that on success, how much is just like a pure thing that also double trap, holy shit.
It's good. There's double triumph results.
Let's see.
I think handily changed the battle, holy shit.
Yep, we got force pips too.
I mean, I could pick a fucking double. Okay.
Well, you got your force pips, so.
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see here. With 5, if I put 2 there. All right, so sorry, I have to math with advantage and figure out. This is the counterattack, so
Yep, it's their counteroffensive.
we didn't necessarily plan for any reinforcements, so it doesn't make any sense either.
I don't know yet if reinforcements are relatively appropriate.
Yeah, no, like everything's going. See, here's the thing. Everything's going well already.
I failed my check, so
that's
that
right.
should have happened.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I was just like, wait a minute.
I still think
Like 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of pushy, but I think because it's the first time I've ever seen a double triumph on a mass combat, I still think the dramatic thing where it's basically you learn how to do an early death blow.
I mean, I don't want to know.
Well, that's not
Okay.
a death blow. It's
that's a
sizable
dramatic-
reinforcements, or you get a dramatic moment to change the course of the battle single-handedly.
Yeah.
We're not in that.
By the way, it says here the options are endless, and you have to do this for the narrative. So that's the he has to fucking brain to me what
Yeah,
his
I know.
turning point
That's
is.
what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about.
And right now, how the fuck do you do a turning point? You're in a can underwater.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. Unless you somehow find
It's
a
like
secret
if
way
we were
into the
like
base.
if we were like inside the fucking base, we're.
I mean, yeah, that could be it. But is that the thing you want to do? Of like, oh, we don't even need to go to the beach. We can just drive right into the base from underwater.
Yeah, no.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, that was it. Like if we were boots on the ground, yeah, we could come up with something. But no, we aren't there yet. So honestly, no. You know what? No, screw that. Screw this. I'm just gonna dump literally all that life point into success. I just want none of these. No clankers. No clanker on boat.
Nope.
There was nothing left.
Yeah,
And-
no
No
that is
solicitors
actually what it
allowed.
is. That is a complete defeat of the Aqua Droid unit.
Yes.
They are destroyed to a man. Maximum attrition.
And see what? Fucking screw it. I don't care. I'm just gonna spend both triumphs on an attack on the acting force reveals a weakness in the enemy forces. They were not expecting to be bodied so hardly and has left a gap in their fucking forces. So we're gonna bully on ahead. So I'll just take 2 blues for my next mass combat check.
There is a or let's downgrade them, I guess. But
Now he's going to use it for the reveals a weakness.
Yes.
okay.
Their weaknesses is they're bitches.
Do you want to notice any key features with your one advantage?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yes. You notice something important. This is actually important. You should be happy you brought armor. There is you realize now as you guys are peering on sensors forward, and as you just the ocean is literally full of it's the retreat explicitly says the next check.
Okay.
It is written to avoid that exploit. As you watch, it literally rain broken aqua droids into the ocean. Do that dramatic zoom shot. You get reports from your special ops guys who are, advancing ahead, getting very close to their actual landing. That inside those sea caves, there's a small squadron of enemy tanks.
Oh shit.
AATs are actually, and aquatic assault vessels are actually in the sea caves and will probably be moving to keep you from landing on their beach next phase. So You are now aware of an enemy position.
They will have armor. Very well then.
Luckily, since the next phase is the actual assault on the cove, that is when your ATTEs and Sierra Mobile will actually rise up out of the waves. So you'll be able to get some boys on. All right. Broken River. Snapback.
Orin is dead. Let's go.
Phase 2,
Yeah.
approach. So this is the bulk of your approach. You are lined up. You are moving through your fog bank. You are being escorted to the dam to get in position to drop. You are being engaged by the enemy AA network. So, the particle cannons start firing. Pang, 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 pang. Big yellow blasts start raining down on the floodplain. Enemies are actually trying to lock on you with missiles and stuff. And fire repeating blasters. So, the dam's forces are pretty sizable.
Okay.
They count as staggering, so they're four perps.
Okay.
But you downgrade this once because you were using the fog bank.
Yep.
And because they have their fortified position, they add a setback die again, but you get rid of that. Yay.
Okay. Sit back. Yep.
Your own force is still significant.
Yeah. So still that. Yep. Which I upgrade. Yeah.
Let's use the light
6
side
times now. That's
Yeah.
that's 2 yellow, 1 green. That's 4. And then, yeah, that's just going to be 4 yellow there. And then versus their leadership of what's going to be 4 red downgrade, which was 3 perp, 1, and 3 red, 1 perp. Yep.
Oh boy.
Right. Wait, can't these guys do something
these guys can do
first?
some stuff. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, what am I doing? Probably the same thing I have been doing. Keep making sure there's no fighters on us.
There are no fighters on you.
There are no fighters? Well, shit.
Yeah, they're crossing the enemy air net.
Yeah.
Can I
You could
fire-
attempt to do computers to jam. You're using auto blasters. Your guns will not do anything to the enemy defensive positions.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
I
Actually, yeah,
suggest jamming.
Actually, probably,
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think
All right,
Web was
so
just
go
going
ahead and
down
roll
with
hard
things like,
computers.
jam them.
Give them the jam.
these purples
Wow.
are kicking your asses.
It happens. All right, you do not successfully jam.
Damn it,
Okay, now
someone gave me peanut butter.
Camo's thing.
Yeah, Camo, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna repair this
You
thing
got-
so we can take a hit.
By the way, because mass combat takes longer than a normal encounter, you can repair once per phase. So you're not
Yeah,
using
so
up your only repair. So you're at under half still, I think. So it's easy mechanics.
I think I at least brought
easy. It's 5 out of 15, yeah.
I think I at least bought the specials kit that's like E1 and that's like
Yeah, you have a portable
tools.
toolkit. Go for it.
Yeah.
I never got a toolbox because that'd take too much space, but
So so Camo, undoes his snap harness and climbs out to start, snipping tubes and plugging them back together and putting out fires.
I think
No,
I
you
think I
cover
fixed
all
it all.
You managed to, repair all the damage internally. You reboot some things.
Can I give 2 boosts to Marth? Or does that not work in this case?
Let's see. To the mass combat.
It's been a while since we've done mass combat, so
Well, yeah, the actions other characters are supposed to take in the commanding bit is supposed to do to like give you opportunities. I'm trying to think. Would it make sense for you to, because this is to command the mass combat? Don't think so with your mechanics check. It doesn't make sense for you to improve or expose something for your commander to take advantage of.
Okay. Anything I can do with those? Or-
Uh,
I don't think we have any system strain.
Yeah, you don't have any. I don't
No
think there's anything
system
to do
strain,
with advantage
just-
right now.
I just
okay.
I don't have any like things to actually like help with piloting and like this kind of thing. So hey, good luck.
Well, you're busy. It is during the phase you're fixing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Whoever should make that command check though.
Yeah, I'm going to roll that command check.
Coin flip.
Well, don't forget you got a free advantage. You guys are
Free.
killing my setback dice.
You're right, 2 advantage, yeah. I'm going to just roll it like this. And
Yep.
oh wow!
So you succeed
But-
with a lot of advantage, but
But double.
Oh,
Hell.
The double D's.
double
Nuts.
D's.
I'm just like, okay, now I succeed, but those red dice still kick me in the nuts.
I guess reinforcements show up because I don't think turning trader makes sense.
yeah, turning trader does not make sense at all. That does not work.
This is
No,
why I
it-
reveal Boots has been a fucking B1 this entire time.
Yeah, Boots takes off his
Me too.
helmet for the first time ever. He's a commando droid.
Yeah, I was saying you're a commando with like a flesh graft on top of
Hey.
yourself.
Just Roger. Just.
Why do you think I've been bald this entire time? To hide my
Good
antenna.
droids follow orders.
I knew your jokes always sucked. For a reason.
Does not compute. You should laugh.
Yeah,
Why
I think I'm
aren't you
going to do
laughing?
reinforcements because I have a logic for that. And we're going to do a critical injury.
Okay.
Reinforcements is 2, unless it's thinking something else. Oh, the 1.
No, there's multiple reinforcements. It's not
Okay.
sizable reinforcements. I'm not wasting my double despair on one big thing. I'm using 2 separate despairs. So yeah. Just crit.
And
All right,
Does that even?
Camo, you take a 10 crit.
Okay.
As you're out and about in the hull, there's one of those particle cannons skims across the outside of your ship, and there's some like backfire of something, and you just get blasted by like steam and debris in the face.
I'm gonna mark that.
okay,
Not that bad. I can.
Yeah. You just take the critical injury for future.
let's see.
Actually, I think
here's-
technically you have durable, don't you?
I do. So it actually would
You
be
slowed
0,
down the
minus 10.
lowest result.
Minus 10.
No, the
actually.
lowest result is minor nick, so you suffer 1 strain actually.
Oh,
Ah,
okay. So it's just like crit 1, I guess.
it becomes 0-1. That's the minimum.
Okay.
There is, I don't know if it's called like enhanced durable. There is a talent which is if you reduce a crit to 0-1 or less, you actually don't take it. But
I
I don't
think
you
it's
have that
called
one.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't. I'm pretty sure you don't have that one.
No,
but
I don't.
There
I
is
have,
a
like,
talent
one
for that
dur-
out there.
I have 1 durable from taking like a lot. That was my thing from taking getting like 6 crits in 1 mission.
Yes, that was your scar. Is like, damn, I'm fine. But yeah, so you like I said, you just get blasted with some like steam and electrical shock, and some debris like bounces. Whoa, cutting a little close there. And the enemy is deploying reinforcements because what you guys realize is they do have a wet navy on the reservoir behind the dam that you are about to fly over and bomb. They have wave speeders or boats armed with missile pods. They have missile destroyers that are going to shoot at you as you fly over.
You know, in
succeeded.
hindsight, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not. They're
I
not
may
making-
probably missed
They
that.
originally didn't have them out because they weren't super prepped, but since you got that despair, basically how I think this happens is you guys take long enough in your approach because you do kind of like that serpentine back and forth, through the fog banks and stuff. They have time to actually get some guys out there.
Okay.
Like disadvantage.
Let's see here. What's the best ones?
Well, one of you did
to-
suffer strain, so technically you could fix that for one.
I think we have 5. Or if I have a suggestion, if you're okay with that.
What is your suggestion?
I say we
Max.
upgrade or downgrade and then get a boost.
Well, there's also
Yes.
right. We're still on the approach, so active force disabling something important doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to go with. Yeah, I'll probably just do the upgrade and the boost.
You
So making
weakness.
rousing speech. Yeah,
Now that we're in the fog, gentlemen, they can't even hit us.
yeah. Boost, yeah.
As Camo climbs back into the cockpit, like,
Actually,
Stinging hands.
what's your leadership?
My leadership is 3.
Ah, okay.
Boots' is 3-2.
but if
leadership
Wevu
of
felt there was a
3.
skill check Wevu could make more importantly, we could have, yell orders instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I-
guys can freely switch between phases.
Yeah, so I think I'll do the whole upgrade for rousing speech, and then do the boost, and I'll probably have Wewu probably do something that
Well, I will say,
can help.
one of you will need to make the actual check to bomb if you succeed next.
Yeah.
Honestly, can I do tree aim on bombing?
No, you do not aim the bomb.
Okay.
Well, not in that sense. You guys can do, this is important, I talked about this, you can do Discipline or Vigilance to give all allies a boost on gunnery checks, including the bombardment check for this phase. As you, like, tell the operator, hold it, hold it, drop them. But we'll work on that. Back at the operation that's going perfectly. As expected. Go to phase 3. Assault on Kalrathi Cove.
When you're done, you can do like planetary range battle.
I mean, if I get done quick enough, I might just be all like, "All right, everyone, just."
Yeah, you just leave your force that can't be your non-mechanized force and just pile all back into the Redeemer.
Yeah, just go. We will see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We gotta
if you finish the mass combat and they roll the thing to get reinforcements, I will let you just show the fuck up. I'm here.
Okay.
All right, so the assault on Kalrathi Cove. This is, you guys are actually landing on the beach, you know. Sierra Mobile and the walkers rise up out of the waves, swoosh. Boats, you know, hit the dirt, and they're like, go, go, go. Ramps come down. You know, clones are piling into rocky beaches, you know, wading through shallow waters, into the jungle of separatist weapon emplacements, mortars and snipers. You know, explosions are constantly going off as grenades and mortars hit the beach. You know, blaster fire rains down on the beach. Enemies are gonna, you know, fire down at you. Troopers are jogging and climbing, running up to, you know, running up the steps to breach the doors, charging up the beach. Your ISP forces launch and start, you know, offering supporting fire. And as you roll up, so too do the militarized civilian boats. They count too. You know, you've got they're not really armored, but they've got, you know, gun turrets firing over your heads as you roll up. You know, enemies are firing rockets and strong points, and also, like I said, there's that small squadron of ATs that, you know, start gliding out of the sea caves, you know, firing their primary guns and bunker busting shells. Probably actually, no, anti-personnel shells out of their shell launchers. Now, the enemy force is primarily using bunkers and weapon emplacements, and any armored or amphibious support units they have left. In my notes, it says, along with any surviving aqua droids. No aqua droids survive. So, I will say, because you significantly reduced that level, it's just imposing. It's just 3 perps.
All right.
Now,
3 perps.
There are 2 setback dice, so you remove one of these because they have a fortified position and have had natural prep time.
Right.
Because you are wandering into their killing zone. This is what they do. And remember, also, we talked about this earlier. It's not like a skill check, so it's 5 upgrades to the 3 purples. So it should just be 4 reds, I think.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I double checked this. This is what it says about mass combat. You upgrade the dice based on your force, based on your leadership. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still at 6, so.
Let's see. Your force size. You have brought several companies worth of troops, and you know, you've got a battalion with armor support. So you're vast. That's 5.
Yeah. Let's see here then. 2 blue from the last one because
you were exploiting weaknesses. You do not get any gear or tactics bonuses, but you just realized that the enemy wasn't really. They weren't really ready for you to just do a hard advance. Their forces were all like, "Oh, they'll try and fly in close. We'll shoot them down with rockets, or you know, they'll approach the shores. We'll counterattack with aqua droids." None of that is working.
But let's see here. So 4 reds, do that, and go, let's go.
Nice.
Fuck.
Interesting.
Can you re-roll that or no?
I mean, nah, I can still succeed.
I mean, you don't need to reroll that.
I'll succeed with 1 success, 1 triumph.
Yes, you're going to eliminate the threat and the failures.
Yes.
All right, so success and triumph.
Success and triumph.
So this is not as much of a clean victory as you want.
No.
This is a lot tighter. You know, clones are getting, you know, not killed, but wounded on the beach fronts. You know, your special forces guys jump out in squads and try to tactically advance. They manage to get enough spacing that they're not, you know, being completely wiped out by mortar hits, but, you know, all your ATTEs have to focus directly on those armored units as they start to roll out. So, you know, you've got to like coordinate your failures and stuff. So you have gained your foothold. You're on the beach.
I would like to spend my triumph on a previously unnoticed geographical feature of the battlefield. Has some cover. We're on the beach. I'm assuming like maybe there might be some rocky outcroppings, maybe some big like fallen trees or something. But
sure, we can even say you made this rocky outcropping when you shelved the top of the cliff. So you realize, oh hey, there's cover here.
Perfect. So basically because we can't advance, you know, my troops start, you know, falling into cover, and we start making a slow advance up the beach.
Yeah. So you've established a beachhead.
Yes.
Now if you fail, you will not be forced to shove off completely. You guys are actually on the beach. They have to kick you back into the sea, which will be hard because you've destroyed their amphibious assault unit. You take out multiple tanks. You know, they blow sky high. The turrets fly off into the air like they do. The remaining couple, you know, retreat back. And now you just have to do the really gritty bit. Are you staying inside Sierra Mobile or are you decamping?
No, I need to stay in. I'm going to stay in. For now, I'm going to stay in for bonuses.
Yeah, so Sierra Mobile basically parks on the beach and starts firing, and, Sierra Company pops out the hatches and stuff, because your next phase will be you have to do the actual CQB. You are going to go inside this base. I'm sure it will be very fun. So, you know, we smash cut from your happy fun time. Tanks exploding, you know, bombs raining down on the beach. Clones are huddled behind rocks and sand dunes.
I'm kind of wondering if we should do like a rotation or not, but
I'm probably thinking rotation.
This is, phase the third, bombardment. So in this phase, you guys are actually going to cross over the top of the dam and actually try and drop your proton bombs, aren't it? Because you have fighter bombers, they will be in a torpedo assault from range as well. And as you guys pass over the target, because they're in bunkers, the enemy AA guns can't aim straight up. So you basically mostly only have to worry about their missile destroyer squadron behind them, taking a couple missile pot shots, and a couple of repeating blasters and man-portable rockets firing as you pass over.
Yeah, I'm worrying. I'll take a piloting role.
All right.
And
so
I'll just tell Boost to, hey, Boost, get up here. We need command your brothers.
Yeah.
Order for me.
Alrighty then.
I need to be ready to break off. I need you to take.
I'll cover gunnery then.
So you want to be ready on gunnery to actually drop the bomb?
Yeah.
Camo,
right,
go to.
You can still. You can still make a separate check because you only make your bombing check if you succeed in this phase. So you can still do another action if you want to do that discipline check to steal yourself.
I'll do that.
Roll a hard discipline check or vigilance, your choice.
I have boost for discipline, so.
So yeah, you boot up the fire controls and you start looking down.
What try for an upgrade?
I'll give you a. Well, I'll say, do you want to apply to yourself or do you want to apply to the others? Do you want to do something for the mass combat or do you want to
upgrade? Can I give an upgrade for the mass combat?
Yeah, you're rolling discipline. I would say you could definitely, you're just hold steady. So you can affect the mass combat if you want.
I'm gonna take that one strain because I have one.
Okay.
Threshold.
So yeah, but you suffer 2 strain, but you reduce it by 1. So yeah, getting a little stressed.
And then I guess the boost to the gunnery check. So
yeah, you get everybody, all allies, including yourself, get a boost on all gunnery checks because Camo's in the cockpit. Hold steady. And you want to pass an upgrade to the mass combat check.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're on the combat net telling everybody to hold steady. As the music sting gets dramatic.
Yep. And from memory, I'm commanding the guys inside our little ship, or just in general.
Yeah.
You're commanding the operation, so you will roll the mass combat check. Webby, you're going to roll piloting to break off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
you don't need to roll anything. Do you want to roll some other check to enhance the mass combat check in some way, or are you just going to focus all on that all-important turn?
Maybe doing some, maybe trying to do some evasive stuff.
Okay, roll the piloting.
Just
You
before
roll the
we
piloting
get
check
back.
anyway for this first one to actually like juke and dive some of those missiles being shot at you.
And what's the difficulty for this?
It's the 2 reds and 2 purples, and you have handling -2, but you have things for that. So
Yeah. Okay, so -1, so that's only 1 now. Okay. Okay, time to do this.
Let's do it.
Do it now. Do it.
Force.
well, you really fucking succeed.
But there's another despair. How is it that I keep getting despairs?
I'm sorry, I'm sucking up all the luck.
How many degrees? Let's see.
Lucky the luck sack.
Everybody takes 1 strain and are disoriented for 1 round. A missile detonates near the cockpit, and you all go. So, how this is going to work then is Boots, you are commanding the mass combat. You have a imposing force, I think I said. Yeah. So you have 3 green dice. You upgrade that by your leadership.
Mhm.
You add 2 more upgrades because of the theater command suite.
And 1 more because of me.
Yeah, 1 more because of him. And Marth, you picked the upgrade option last phase.
Yeah, and then also the boost.
Yeah, so you have 4 total upgrades in addition to your normal leadership. So that's 2 more yellow dice added. So I think you're rolling 5 yellows.
Yeah.
You add a boost die from the last phase, and no, you're doing the bombing run. You had a boost die because you have the fighter bombers with you, so 2 boosts.
Yeah.
You add a single setback because you are disoriented.
So
And
yeah.
also because the theater.
Oh yeah, you remove it from the theater, so it doesn't matter that you can't see straight. The computer still does the thing for you.
We can't
It's like-
see, but we know where we are.
And the 2 advantage.
Why are there 2 dams?
Yeah, and add 2 free advantage.
There's there's only 1 dam,
And
sir.
what difficulty am I rolling against?
It is imposing, upgraded 4 times, so it should be 3 reds, 1 purple.
Okay, well, wish me luck, gentlemen.
Godspeed.
Good luck.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
It only took you dogpiling 4 upgrades on this man.
I mean, there's still a blank there. Holy shit! But there's also a blank.
There's also a blank red.
Yeah, there's a the 12 siders were chaotic.
This is the 3rd time, so it's first time was 6 failures on just the reds.
And the second time was the double despairs.
It's been
Now it's
very
finally
hellish.
the dice is finally evened out. Okay,
It's been hellish.
so you
I
succeed.
guess this
You
is
guys
just
can, make the bombing check. And obviously you succeeded on the face, so Boots can look at that table on page 23 in the PDF.
Yeah.
And you guys can obviously help him out, if you want to pick anything in particular.
Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah.
Can someone give me a screenshot because I don't usually have those open.
I can do that 1 moment.
But I will also need you, because you were doing the bomb check, to actually roll to bomb. So you need to make me an easy gunnery check. You currently have...
Do I need to fly up?
Yes, you will also need to make that piloting check again.
Okay.
I was going to have the bombing check first, though. So that's make an easy
Okay.
gunnery check, because
All
the
right,
target
got it.
is fucking huge. And remember, you have the equivalent of linked 2, because you have 2 bombers with...
Okay, so I get that. I can't add aim, but I have 1-1 boost.
So you guys are making the gunnery check, okay.
Yeah.
You guys can think
Is
about
there
the
anything
table
else
well.
besides, I guess, the 1 boost?
I mean, if you guys want to try and translate some of that advantage from the mass combat check, you could probably say, spend 2 to give you a boost on the bombing check because that's just how fucking good your bombing coordination is.
Yeah.
Depends if we want to, because honestly, with 6 of that advantage, we could do 2 upgrades the next time we do the mass combat, which might actually help.
Well, I mean, I don't think... I know it doesn't say you can only do it once, but I don't think Boots can make 2 rousing speeches.
Or cutting plans, fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Question.
Oh, yeah.
Before we're attacking, would there actually be any important piece of enemy hardware or something that, or like equipment that we could destroy?
The AA guns, the bunkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do those.
Fuck,
You want to spend
fuck
3
them.
to. So, Boots is like, and make sure you torpedo those bunkers.
Cause fuck them.
Because it's gonna make things a fuckload difficult to get out.
So yeah, your bomber escorts will single out those torpedoes on those bunkers. Fuck those guys.
And let's see, that leaves 4 advantage remaining.
Because I know, since I know only the despair was used in my piloting check last time.
Would it be alright that since we've managed to pull this off, we can do the one that for 2 advantage will end up increasing our duty by 1?
Sure. And do you also want to spend 2 to give Axe another boost on his bombardment check?
Yes.
All right, I had that one, and okay.
There we go.
Like,
So
what,
after
1
this, we'll
advantage?
get
4 advantage. The ship doesn't have any system strain, right?
No.
Okay. You can probably use those 4 advantage to give yourself 2 boost die on the piloting check.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Basically, you already were doing evasive maneuvers. You're ready to break off. So,
Here
Camo,
we
go
go.
ahead and roll to bomb. You have an extra boost
Actually, should I kind of want to add a yellow. I want to change one of my greens to yellow, actually.
die. Have you... Technically, you rolled piloting, but I think you failed, so I don't think it mattered. Right? 'Cause you want to switch where you put your skill points, right?
Oh, no, I put it in gunnery. I didn't put it in
Oh,
piloting.
okay, you put it in gunnery anyway. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, fine. You're good.
2 yellows, 3 greens. Okay, here we go.
It's an easy
Wrong button.
target.
Wrong button.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and you got the linked. Okay.
That's enough for linked, right? That's
It's
2
1
and
linked.
2.
Yeah, that's going to be 13 damage.
Linked 1, so twice, actually.
And linked to...
Yeah, because
So
that's
they-
how the bombing run
is
works.
linked, like, I think 2 advantage?
You can link once,
Okay.
you have a maximum link 2 because you've got 2 bombers.
So
For now.
how much damage is this for the bomb's base?
It has hull threshold to 100.
Damage is 7.
Okay. I mean, what is the base damage of the
Oh,
of
7.
the
Yeah, he
bombs?
said it. So
Okay,
it's 6 plus 7.
13.
So it's 13. Yeah, this was already covered.
All right, so
You do
it's linked
13
it, which
twice.
All right, so it's 26.
And it's breach 8, so
Actually,
you
it's
do
crit
all that
too.
damage directly too.
Huh.
28? 26.
It is crit 2. We also could crit.
Yeah, I mean, if you roll a
But-
high enough crit, you could, like, disable
Would
it outright as well.
Would my lethal
But
blows apply to this?
I do believe lethal blows does apply to vehicle crits, right?
So it would be plus 40.
I should double check that.
Let's see,
Lethal
lethal
blows.
blows. Plus lethal blows to any critical injury results inflicted on opponents.
Critical injuries are not critical hits technically, but I'm gonna look at
Okay.
Yeah.
the full talent description.
Yeah, it just
If
says
not, we'll just go for
to
the linked. I've just
critical injury to any opponent.
Yeah, it specifically says critical injury, not critical hit, so no, it does not apply.
Oh, okay, then I guess we'll just do linked. We'll go 26
Yep.
damage.
Big
All right,
damage.
and you know, like you said, Boots orders your escorts and your other bombers to single out those bunkers. So yeah, the third bomber's bomb lands in the reservoir. It makes a huge splash. Ploosh, water goes everywhere. Yeah, and
I wonder if the blast does anything to neither or can't pencil or anything.
not in this case.
Okay.
You're not really trying to eliminate anybody extra, but yeah, you've done about a quarter of the damage you need to do in one run. You know, this chain explosion,
Okay.
secondary blast. So now Wevu rolls to peel off.
Yep. Yep. I at least got 2 boost ties on this. Be a little bit better. And watch another despair.
Shh, no despair.
Nope. Hey, you can succeed. Thank you, Force.
Force, take the wheel!
All right. It's a little close, but you have the power of God and anime on your side.
You're literally anime.
So you pull up at the last second as you know missiles stream by you. You literally drive through the water explosion of that first bomb that we talked about. Paints the front visor with water for a little bit, but you fly by the power of the Force and just break off and
is like-
circle around.
We had to do this
Yeah.
2 more times, but at least we don't have to deal with
Yeah.
the guns, which might make this way easier, I think.
Yes, that will. I believe that does like. Let me check my notes. I think that does like half. Yes. It's reduced by if you've knocked out a majority of the guns, it's reduced by 2. So
Holy shit, off. Nice.
yeah. So that was a very good use. All right. Short save.
Here we are.
Phase 4. Door to door.
Coast to
So
coast.
you've taken the beach. You are past it. You are ready to actually clear the supply base in a professional fashion, clearing rooms, hardpoints, capturing and destroying supplies, getting inside the enemy's defensive line. Small units you're gonna break into fire teams and move in small units through stone-cut tunnels and trenches, attacking rooms, junctions, barricades, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, enemy droids are gonna fight for every inch, including being backed by BX droids and commando in a riot gear, automated turrets, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this was already a Battlefront map. Have you played Kashyyyk maps? This is basically reverse Kashyyyk. You guys are assaulting the beach.
Yes, that map. Love that map.
So, the enemy force is pretty large. You've got a large bodies of B1 droids armed with blasters, automatic weapons, even some grenade launcher units, B2 super battle droids. You don't have to worry about those aqua droids, but interior weapon emplacement. So, the enemy is vast. There's a lot of droids. So, that's 5 purples.
Alrighty.
This is a defensible position. And, let's see. What was your last result? Were you, like, super...
No, we were not super.
No. Yeah, okay. So, no. They have plenty of time access to supplies, so they have set up barricades, repeating blasters, mines, so you're looking at 2 total setback. Remove.
1.
1 of. So, you're attacking an enemy defensive position. They are prepared.
They are.
So they get all full 5 redos.
1, 2, 3. 4.
Well, actually, no. You did the geographical feature that downgrades the difficulty one, so it's 4 reds, 1 purple.
Oh, that's right. That's what I did.
And your force is still vast. You have a battalion of clones doing this.
You'll have a lot of good shit going for you.
You haven't really rolled any threats yet. You haven't failed any checks, so there's not a lot of attrition, you know. You brought back the capsule, so most clones are merely downed, not killed. There's something.
You haven't even popped down on yourself yet.
Let's see here, though. Let me pull up the chart. I do got... let's see here.
4.
So, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to spend on my light side pips 2 and 2, so it'll be 4 success, 4 advantage.
Yep.
I will be spending all 4 advantage on an attack on the active force that reveals a weakness in the enemy force defenses. While they are in the defense positions, we are inside, and unfortunately, battle droid tactics are best when they are able to get a bunch of them in a fucking line and shoot at people. Not necessarily the greatest at, indoor fighting.
When they can't throw bodies at the problem, they struggle.
Yeah. Well, they can throw bodies at the problem, but you have a natural choke point. It's like how the droid phalanx works, is they can only be like 2 or 3 droids abreast.
Yeah. And
also, you do have a little bit of your verticality. You do have your ATTEs, which can just... guys can literally climb on those and go up.
Mm-hmm.
So you can attack from, like, above.
And... Actually, at this point, yes, I think I'll pick Overwhelm the Ferocity of the acting force attacks and enemy units close to abandoning this post.
All right, yeah, so you have just destroyed their morale. You've broken through. Full success on this means you have accomplished the main objective. You are in the command post, Commander, or Brooks might be with you. So it might be Shark is actually out in the field, but, Shark leads the force and actually reports. As you get that shot of him, shooting the enemy commander in the face, it was a tactical droid. Blah. We've captured the enemy command post.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, you're parked in Sierra Mobile, you're minding your own business, and then just suddenly out of the sea cave in front of you, the guys in the lead are shouting, "Tank, tank, tank!" Pim, pim. 2 armor-piercing shells slam into the side of Sierra Mobile, and your lights go off. Boom. I'm going to spend that despair to disable a piece of equipment. You don't have access to your theater control center for the final phase.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you might need to actually climb out of your tank, which is temporarily disabled, and lead from the front.
Very well then.
After that tank pops out, it gets mobbed in ATTE fire and dies in a fire explosion.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking ATTEs, but they're not firing. They just all run up and start kicking it with the legs, like, you motherfucker.
One of them does death from above. It drops down from the cliff, just smooshes the smaller tank. They do have that. They do have those dynamic actuators for ramming attacks, so they could do that.
I will say, like, the command suite is pretty crucial. So like,
like I said, it just put me from 5 yellow to 6 yellow. So,
yeah.
Plus the 2 advantage.
Still pretty-
And that's it, like, yeah.
It's pretty important.
did I not put
it's
the
something-
look,
I
you
didn't put
beat
the
it.
advantage? Holy shit.
You actually have 2 advantage left, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have 2 more advantage.
Oh.
You can do 6 and 6 instead of 4.
Let me-
And 3 and 3.
No, I'll leave it as.
I mean, I don't. At 4 success already, there's not a whole lot to be gained from.
Yeah.
Duty, I guess.
Nah.
You haven't taken any strain, right? Yeah,
No,
you
I
haven't
haven't
been in
taken-
darkness. You haven't rolled a single threat result this entire time, as I expected.
No.
Want a 3rd boost?
Yeah, I'll just make it 3 boost. Fuck it. I might not get that triumph, but like I said, I am down the fucking the 2.
No, they're on their last legs.
Yeah.
All right. So
You'll be done before we're halfway done, honestly.
Well, we might. We'll see. All right. Broken River. Roll to the top. Air defense. You guys are circling around.
Do you
Yeah.
want to keep
Who's
this
doing what?
formation, or do you want to, like, sort of swap again? Or do I want to stay piloting?
Well, now some of you guys could, like, ward off enemy fighters and stuff.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm just gonna be like, hey, let's see here. Well, I'm still probably the best at piloting due to the Force.
Honestly, we can stay in this rotation until it doesn't work anymore. It's up to you guys.
I guess just try to, I'll just deal with piloting and try to avoid fire.
All right. You roll to...
We're an officer. Keep everyone together. I'll keep them off of us.
Okay, back to commanding the entire operation. Let's go.
Hey, you took that officer training class.
Hey, you,
You are a warrant officer, so hey.
All right. So, Webu's going to roll another pilot check to fly defensively. Camo, what are you doing?
Can I do gunnery? Can I aim for this one?
No.
Okay.
Roll average gunnery.
And I did give myself 2 boosts from my previous piloting. Okay, Gigi, River, Papa, Sub, Papa. And then Buzz.
Again, even with only 2 reds.
This is something. Well, to be fair, I think we are I'm sucking him up, but we are getting a lot of triumphs too.
This is just
The dice has been
ridiculous
really
with how
fucking weird
many.
today.
Just like, hello, D1C3, why so many despairs all of a sudden? I don't think despairs are supposed to be that much.
I mean, blanks shouldn't be that much either, but they happen all the time too.
Ooh.
Chapter the
Navigation system off. You are flying or driving blind, unable to tell where you are or where you're going.
Actually, can I fix that? Can I roll to fix that? Actually.
We're flying blind.
Next phase, you can roll to fix it.
All right then. Well, we can still see where we're looking. So
Yeah, I mean, Wevu successfully pilots despite this. Are you gonna do like 2 and 4, 4 and 2?
I'm thinking 2 and 4.
Well, it just pops up in the front hatch. Fuck this. Fuck computers.
I mean, Wevu has the force. Wevu doesn't need to see.
It's literally
The Force says
that
roll
moment.
left.
It is
You
literally
roll
that thing
left.
out of. It is literally the bit out of New Hope.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, just you guys take a glancing blow from like an HMP missile, and just all your screens go dead. You know, the front visor cracks a little bit. The engineer helpfully says, "Flying blind." So Axe, you should roll gunnery to shoot at guys. You successfully shoot at guys.
Bang, 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 bang.
I
You
know that
should probably scratch a couple of interceptors.
I don't know if any of the I don't know if any of the advantage do anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna take he'll strain off of that.
You can just you're having a good time. You're shooting guys. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm back at 0 strain. So
you're mostly operating because you're still in the cockpit. You're mostly operating the forward wingtip mounted guns. Basically, whenever Wevu happens to point the ship in the direction of an enemy, you pull the trigger.
they're
You
dead.
actually hit some things. All right, so Boots needs to roll the mass combat check. The enemy is still at significant themselves. 2 purples upgraded. Ignore the black die added. You guys
3 reds,
have
1 purple. 3 reds, 1 purple.
No, 3 reds. They're only at 2 purple. This is the thing about mass combat. The enemy's force size is changing as you guys go through different. So.
I guess it's only it doesn't get bigger because the guns aren't there anymore.
No, the guns is a separate force size. You guys are literally rolling against different difficulties for different phases. The enemy has different forces.
And what bonuses?
This is their air power. Their air power is 2. Their leader has 4 leadership, so it's upgraded 4 times, so it's 3 red. You don't add a setback die. You do keep your 2 advantage. Your force is also significant, so you have 2 green dice, which are upgraded 5 times, I think?
Yes. So it's... Alright, so yellow, yellow, green, yellow, green.
3 yellows, 1 green?
Yeah, I think so.
Plus your 2 advantages. No other boost die or anything from results, right?
Do we have boost take over? No, I think it's on the piloting check.
And boots is...
Yep, okay, so that's all?
Yeah, I think that's everything. Wow, you guys suck at air defense.
I tried.
I don't belong in the air, I belong on the ground, snip snip. Wait, that's a crab.
Let's see. I think I know how this is gonna go. I got a little bit of a cliffhanger for you guys because I know we've only been going for a little over 3 hours, but it is almost midnight. I think this might be a good place to wrap down. Marth's been a little tired tonight as well.
Yeah.
And I know Loth has also had the stress of his food murdering him.
Oh my god.
So if you guys are okay taking a break now, I think it would be a good idea because I have a lead into what this is.
Do we hold off an XP or no?
Yeah, I'll give you XP.
Okay.
Because at the very least, Aramaa has straight up accomplished the main goal.
Yeah, we just have to roll triumph and then they can show up.
Well, not yet. Aramaa still has the mop-up phase left.
Actually, you want me to do the mop-up phase though, real quick?
Let's just do that. Yeah.
No, because I have a cliffhanger for you too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a double-ended. I have to roll really quick for roll. Okay, I literally have to re-roll that because that result doesn't work.
There has to be some direction.
A dice bot, I need you to actually roll something that does a thing. Actually, I rolled too many purples on that anyway to roll. 2 purple.
Rolling this anyway.
Roll that. I wish I could edit and just have it do it, but the bot is not that smart. Christ, do I need to take the difficulty dice out? I need there to be a result on this. I shouldn't have trusted. I'm going to roll physical dice.
What are you trying to do?
Well, you're being hit with buzz droids. I need to spawn how many... the way Discord missiles work is you spawn buzz droids equal to success on the attack.
How many?
So
Gotcha.
You are hit. I guess I should probably just take the difficulty dice out because you are definitely hit, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably. That's what I would say, do.
You could just do min 1, I guess.
I'll roll... Pulled the wrong dice. I will physically roll because D1 is just not being helpful right now. I will
No.
physically roll the 2 greens and 1 yellow.
Oh,
Hope
you
that I don't
do
get
want
like 5 billion
C3.
successes. Okay, no, that works out. So that's that and that. All right, so you are attacked by 2 groups of 2. So yeah, you guys are minding your own business, flying along. Wevu's trying to fly defensively, managed to dodge major missile fire, but one of those missiles from those Tri-Fighters is not a missile. It explodes into canisters of buzz droids, which make contact with the vehicle and start worming their way inside. So you guys are gonna have a little fun personal combat in here.
Damn it, because I actually wanted to at least fix that
Well,
crit.
you'll do that next phase. So yeah, you guys are gonna start next time by rolling initiative. And also, so
Next
basically, Aramaa, you've taken the command center. You have to bail out from Sierra Mobile, so you decide to go see this new supply base you've taken.
Yep.
You wander through. Commander Brix is with you, and a couple of other support clones from HQ platoon. You're walking through the base. You hear distant sounds of like gunfire and grenades going off, and stuff like that. You walk into one of the big cargo bays. You see like a boat there, and you walk up to a clone trooper, and he's like, "General, area secure." And then a hook on a cord flies out. The clone gets bonked on the head and falls into the water. Area not clear. Area not clear.
Unsecure.
As you see a familiar face,
It's
as a
Aramaa.
Nautilin with a hook hand steps out with a spear.
Hookshot hand.
And he's just like, "You are not the one I was expecting, but I will take this fight all the same." And he lets out a fearsome
that
hunter's
guy.
war cry. So yes, Atmosphera, the Nautilin hunter, is here as a little fun thing for you to solo a boss fight. And
I might have
that's
to
where
have-
we will end up.
Arma's
Oh,
gotta
that
have, like-
guy.
That guy
Arma
with a
ha-
new robot hand that has a hook in it.
So Arma's
Webu cut
busy,
his arm
I
off.
guess. How many like combat rounds are in a
With enough combat, we can turn him into a pirate.
Unlimited.
Oh,
Combat
okay, so
phases are several minutes long minimum.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys don't have to worry about missing your timing on the combat phase. Your plan is to you need to punch these buzz droids before they murder you, your crew, or damage your ship more.
I can probably handle it because I actually at least have shit for it.
But
so.
you guys have to deal with the fact that some of you don't have great weapons for this. There are at least 2 groups. I did roll some advantage to spawn a couple of groups.
I mean, I still have my gun and the best scad, so I keep seeing
Oh,
someone
actually,
else.
yeah. So I think you brought this up earlier. They should be min 1. That probably means there's 3 groups because it's plus success total. So I rolled 2
I meant min
success,
1 if you
2
failed,
advantage,
but
so
okay.
3,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I meant min 1 as in like
Yes, we got. You wanted just to have the minimum fight axe. I understand. Don't worry about it.
But
You
it's
can fight 3.
I understand the logic of like, well, the group needs to start somewhere.
Yep.
I'm also thinking that even with your guys' equipment
Yeah.
down, 2 buzz droids is not a challenge. So we
Oh,
will
that
we will
horde's
adjust
okay.
accordingly. I put the difficulty dice in there because I was kind of expecting it to be a little more variable, and I didn't want to like roll infinite dice and be like, oh, it's 50 advantages. Well, it says in my rules this means that 50 buzz droids spawn. But I forgot that I did not realize when I wrote these notes several weeks ago that tonight D1 chose violence.
he did actually. Yes,
He
It was
really
very-
did, guys. Holy shit. This has been all over the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
so that,
Despair is
that
all
kind
over
of,
the board.
don't forget that I think Boots picked the thing where you guys get +1 duty.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody on Broken River gets +1 duty.
All right, I'm at 11.
And
So Omega, just it's not when you said it. It's not as in. It's not like 3 clouds of buzz droids, but like just single digits.
it's 3 minions per group.
Okay.
Because I rolled 2 advantages, which means they spawn a second group.
Okay, because for some reason I kept imaging it was like the cloud of.
No, yeah, this was for how many minion groups spawn. Sorry if that was.
Because I was imaging like a mass combat level of cloud.
Yeah, no. This is my much like Aramaa has a boss fight tacked on. This is my funny way to like make you guys engage with your limited equipment. This is a
We have an
personal scale
intermission
fight in the crew.
Yeah.
As like you're up in the cockpit like trying to fire the forward guns. Wevu's trying to fly. Boots is like probably in the crew compartment. Trying to make the theater command work as he's like yelling out orders and then just.
And,
ready
and
to-
the
I'm ready
only
to fight.
thing I have for a weapon is a thermic knife.
Well, it's gonna cut it in straight half, so I don't know. I think that breach, doesn't it?
Well, he has to
Yes.
hit it though.
I have to hit.
He has to succeed at melee, which traditionally Loth does not have good luck at.
Yes. I have to
But yeah,
succeed
we'll
in melee,
do
and
that
also
next time we'll have you guys roll out initiative and stuff and work on all this thing. Let's do EXP really quick. So you guys did all your pre-planning, and Aramaa accomplished a primary objective, so I will call that 10 base.
Yay.
Did anybody particularly hit their motivation?
I don't know if the mission applies in this case, but I tried.
I think. I think I might
I mean,
hit mine.
you did go out by yourself and really didn't make a fuss about the fact that you were doing the heavy lifting on recon.
I mean, hey, it's, if you're got the
Yeah,
skills
that's
for
the
it,
job.
you do
I could say the extra 5 for you.
it. Okay. I might need that. I want up piloting or something later, or maybe something else. Figure it out. Actually, I might.
You gotta
I
be
might.
prepared.
I'm just gonna grab gun every 3. Actually.
We need to drop bombs better. We don't want to be here all night.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get every 3 right now.
Yeah.
Also, I'm ready to fight buzzers. I have to go fix the computer system, so we'll see how that goes.
But yeah, that's basically like for that. You guys did the whole loop of Broken River, though I designed it to loop. And Aramaa only has 1 phase left on short sail.
At least when we have to do the bombing hit, it's easier because Boots did a good call.
Yes, no, you guys have softened up the targets.
It's just getting there's the hard part, actually.
I mean, actually, Wevu, you should get that 5 for no sneakiness because here's the thing: you guys could have just been rolling against those 2 dice this whole time if you guys just sent those Spec Ops guys to go blow up those bunkers. But you were like, no, that'll put our guys at risk. We don't want to blow our load on this. And it would have caused complications because you guys were late, so they would have started the attack on time, and then they would have been fighting on the dam for like an extra half hour or hour while you guys were showing up. So like, it was a good decision, but you guys were costed by that. Like, you guys have taken hits because this is harder.
Yeah, it's
Actually, that makes sense. I'm sorry. Talking about being late. If I clean up, if I finish my my thing, like because they actually started late, that means that everything I'm doing is actually I'm probably doing it ahead of them.
by like at least a turn.
Yeah, technically, you were that's why we started with you. You were probably like maybe half an hour ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
An hour again. We didn't work out the exact timetables for being late.
It means how you could actually show up as reinforcements.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see if that result happens because, like I said, you guys have to do at least 1 more pass. Though I think the damage numbers are good. You did 26, so you got a chunk out of there.
Yeah,
You
I
got
just need to roll. I just need to roll, not blanks on things.
Yeah,
And-
the dice were mean tonight.
Yes.
I will say
Yes,
it's
they
only Boots only has to roll like against like 2 dice, I think, for phase 3 or like
Yeah,
part 3.
actually
of, like-
both phases. It's you've dropped them down to what's it? Significant 2 dice. Yeah.
I mean, was it
Well,
originally
phase-
significant?
phase 3 is imposing.
Was it always significant? Or did it go
It will
3?
be significant.
So no, approach was staggering with the bunkers because
Okay.
I statted the bunkers count as a company of tanks because they're
okay.
heavy, they're armored and weapon emplacement. But
I
just
because
think
you
those
guys
are
blew those
different.
up, they're down 2 steps. They are literally the only form of air defense they have now is they have battle droids with rocket launchers and repeating blasters. Like they are firing, man-portable rockets and stuff at you, which is
Right.
not
right,
actually that likely to hurt you that much.
Right, it was 5 earlier. Right, it was just like it almost felt
Yeah, because it's
impossible a bit.
it's upgraded extras.
Yeah.
But you guys are doing well.
Now it's manageable.
And that's what all the table stuff for mass combat is for. It's very funny that you guys can't succeed on air defense. So you guys are
We
gonna
find
fight
difficulties in
droids.
interesting places.
Like me rolling well in gunnery, I don't think it helped. I don't think it even modified the mass combat checks. That's just how it goes.
I mean, yeah. I did mention this earlier, but I didn't make a big thing out of it because you guys were. It's still for fluff, but mechanically, the gunnery thing is doing nothing because the TEC already does that. That would be to cancel the setback dice you get because the enemy has air defenses on you, but you already cancel that because of other nebulous mechanics.
Okay, then I probably would have done something.
But
else, my bad.
hypothetically, you guys could roll crazy well to do other things. Like you could roll like I don't know a shitload of advantages and be like, let's explode that thing. Let's
Oh, yeah.
knock those gunships out or something. But
I don't know if like 3 advantage did anything then. If it
No, I'm,
didn't,
I'm happy I knocked out those bunkers.
I mean, it could temporarily
Oh, yeah,
reduce.
That was good.
it doesn't matter. I just didn't know because it's like I asked you at the time and you said no, so I just moved on.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were scooching things. I'm trying not
It's
to
fine.
take too much time on this. It basically like the way the table is. This is all, by the way, still on mic because we're only at 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm still.
The way the table is on the mass combat is like, players' actions may or may not add ability dice or reduce difficulty dice on the mass combat. Or even just add like setbacks or bonuses. So like, the most you could probably do is like actually like reduce the enemy effective force on the mass combat check and only roll the like 1 purple, but you still have a lot of upgrades, so we probably could have adjudicated that a little tighter. But it's definitely much like the double triumph thing. A lot of mass combat is like, okay, you're in the pitched battle. Narratively, what are you doing and what does it mean? It's harder to like try and actually like
It's a kind of mass combat's
Tighter.
more swingy than most other check systems.
Yes. Well, and this is why the game tells you to consider what failure does, but it only came up for you guys, and even then, my idea was like, well, if you fail on the mass combat for the air defense, you don't fail the mission. Like that's not what that phase is. What you do is you fail to defend yourself in the air, so you take hits or lose forces. Like you guys have probably actually lost like 3 or 4 craft now, whose pilots have bailed out, but you planned for CSAR, so those guys are going to get picked up unless you really fuck this up. So don't worry.
At the rate we're not.
By the way, it is in my notes. I don't know if it'll happen, but it is in my notes. I have what is called Phase X PTB down. I noted my rules for what happens if you guys get shot down.
If we have to do this, I will fucking blow up this dam with my own fucking hands. But
Well, you may end up doing that anyway, but basically PTB down is probably your fail state. Is you have to scrub the bombing mission and go back to square one, which you don't have to do for the supply-based mission. As predicted, that went perfectly. That's why I threw a boss fight in there, because I felt like that might actually be a challenge. Aramaa has to use action economy to punch a man.
Yeah.
Who is slightly better because he got robot parts. But yeah,
You
that
can
is our
use-
session. You guys have your EXP. We'll
Maybe
do
use
like
Electric
major
Power.
duty bumps, but some of you already gotten your little bumps in there. So we will work on that next time, and we'll probably wrap this up, because like I said, more bombing runs to be done. I kind of like the format of like switching between phases between guys. That seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
We're at 69 duty now.
Nice.
It's very funny. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to wrap up the recording. Thank you much for tuning in, everybody. Glad to be back to the Star War, the space face.
I still like Heavenly Conflict.
It's
Yeah.
another good one. So
That's
I
nice.
will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Laters.
Yep.
Don't forget to look up
Bye.
and subscribe.
Apologies for
Yeah.
not talking much.